Good morning. Good morning and welcome to day 2 of the Oman D20. It's the start of the season here in Oman. 2025-2026 commencing with the Oman D20 powered by Fancode, and it's game number 1 of day 2. Majis Titans taking on Muscat Thunderers. It's the game 4 overall, and what an action-packed day we have had yesterday. Yes, certainly the visuals are live from the Oman Cricket Academy. It's been absolute entertainment so far. Located right in the middle of the Al Hajar Mountains, it is the Oman Cricket Academy, the lush green outfield. The flag of Oman flying high, why not? These wonderful cricketers are putting up a show that is being appreciated by the world. It's absolute entertainer. What wonderful visuals we had yesterday. Alongside me, it is none other than Jamil Bhai. Jamil Bhai, you missed out yesterday. What are you expecting today?
Well, thank you very much and good morning to everyone, viewers and the listeners. Obviously, the D20 is of course an exciting.
Welcome to Oman D20 powered by Fancode. It's match day 2, and in this new edition, we've seen some exciting cricket action all throughout match day 1. And we really hope that match day 2 holds the same in store for us. One word about the conditions. On my way to the ground, I did experience some showers. Yes, it's unusual. Yes, it's right in the bang in middle of August, and we are enjoying it. But what this does for the playing condition is very important to note. And that is, once the batters come out to the crease, they are in a more comfortable atmosphere. They feel that the conditions are favorable to them. They feel more comfortable playing the shots with all the heavy gear. And that means we could see a few more runs in the first innings as soon as the batters come out to bat. Even the fielders who are fielding around this lush green Oman Cricket Academy grounds, they would feel that the weather is being kind to them. A word about the playing surface here. It's still the same pitch that we used last day on match day 1, and because of the grass left on the pitch over a good period of time, that means the pitch is holding on well. A few rough patches because of the left arm seamers, a lot of them in this league, would mean that a few foot marks around the driving lengths for the right-handed batters, and I'm pretty sure a few of those slower bowlers would come into play. Think about Sameer Srivastav, think about the left-arm orthodox, think about Shakil Ahmed. All the premier slower bowlers will be in action today. Otherwise, pretty good wicket to bat on. We did see some high scores, and the same shall follow suit. That's all we have from the pitch report.
Style statement is the need of the hour. And Amin Wagle just setting it right with those lovely yellow sunglasses. And you're shining bright, yes. It is going to be the used wicket, which is going to be in operation, but I assure you that there is no shortage of drama because that wicket looked really good yesterday. It's still going to stay good. That's what Amin Wagle suggested. He's also there with the captains right in the center. Let's just have a look. Which side is the luck on? Right there, before we go to the toss. The matches today, Majis Titans versus Muscat Thunderers. That's going to be the game that's going to be live in another half an hour. IS Invincibles are going to be locking horns with the Royal Oman Stallions very next. And then it is the final match of the day. Renaissance Challengers is clashing against Yala Shabab Giants. What a game did Yala Shabab Giants have yesterday. It is going to be an action-packed day. 3 very good games to offer for you. It is the weekend here in Oman. It is a Saturday. It is cloudy. A few drizzles in the morning. But let's just have a look at what Majis Titans and Muscat Thunderers have opted to do at the toss. Amin Wagle is right in the center.
It's toss time here at the Oman D20 powered by Fancode. We are here at the Oman Cricket Academy and match day 2, continuing all that blockbuster T20 action all the way from Oman. We are here with the 2 captains and the home team captain, Amir Kaleem, representing the Majis Titans. Muscat Thunderers is Jatinder Singh, and under the watchful eye of Madam Meera, who is our match referee today. Home team captain Amir Kaleem will toss the coin. Kanja was the call, number, so I believe Majis Titans have won the toss. Amir, what would you like to do?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, we are going to bat first.
Okay, good win last match day, and what were your positives from that match?
It's good, tough day yesterday, and climate is not so good for the players, but we managed well, and we are looking forward to the game as well.
Speaking about climate, you can feel a few drops coming down. What are your first instincts right now?
Yeah, it's good. We'll see how it goes, and we are very excited and looking forward to this game.
Okay, what does the team composition look like today?
Same like yesterday.
All right, all the best.
Thank you.
All right, Jatinder, toss not going your way, but are you happy?
Yes, 100%. We were looking to bowl first on this track.
All right, team combinations, and tell me something about the positives from yesterday's win.
Well, I think the way team showed up in the crunch situation, their character, I think it was marvelous to see in the start of the tournament. It's a long way to go, long tournament. The boys are really looking up for each and every game, and the boys are in a good space of mind.
Okay, last win was a little tough win. It was a low-scoring affair, but certainly the way the bowlers stepped up. A word or two about that bowling attack that you have. What makes it so lethal?
Yeah, to start with, Muniz Ansari was lethal from the ball one. The way he set the tone for others, it was marvelous to see. Then Samay chipping in, and then Siddharth coming in and bowling well. Then Jay's 2 overs were really fabulous. I think that set the tone because we kept them under 20 runs in the six overs. So that was really good to see. And plus, we got about 3-4 wickets in 6 overs.
All right, all the best for today's match, and we hope you register a few more points for your team.
Thank you so much.
All right, that's it. That's all we have from the toss. And the news from the centre is that Majis Titans have won the toss and they've elected to bat first.
On a nice cloudy day, a little bit of showers, drizzle rather, is what we could see during the toss as well. It's only time that'll tell if Muscat Thunders are going to thunder today. Talking about the teams, Majis Titans, Amir Kaleem, Abbas Khan, Abid Khan, Aryan Bisht, Ferrisco Adams, Jihan Klote, Himil Tandal, Ubaidullah, Usman Ali Afridi, Wasim Ali, Vishwa Vijayaratna. And to talk about Muscat Thunderers, joining me in the comm box, it is none other than Jamil Zaidi.
Thank you. It is Afreed Kedi, Aman Khan, Anurag Singh, Ashish Odedra, Hashir Davidar, Jatinder Singh, the captain, Muniz Ansari, Samay Srivastava, Sandeep Gaud, and Soma Sampat, and Siddharth Prasad Bukapatnam. It's a very exciting match today. Pranav, I believe both the teams are really locking horns. And yesterday's last match, I heard that was a fantastic match we had yesterday.
Absolutely. Both winning sides. Majis Titans obviously winning the toss, and they have decided to have a go first on the wicket, which I feel is going to be assisting the bowlers considering the conditions. It is cloudy. The sun has been playing hide and seek since the morning. I haven't seen visuals of the sun. Probably he's declared himself absent today.
Well, in the morning it was really cloudy, but as you correctly said, the sun's coming out and going back. I have looked at the wicket also, as very rightly predicted by Amin. It's always a bit, batter-friendly wicket, but of course, yesterday's matches, 3 matches was played, obviously the wicket becomes slightly slower.
Absolutely. But as the day progressed, the sides that were batting first yesterday during the day were winning the game convincingly. And in the evening, it was an absolute different kind of a thing where Yalla Shabab came all guns blazing, and the kind of performance they put against IS Invincibles, it was unbelievable. Wonder what it'll be today during the day, because it's a different kind of day. Yesterday it was bright and shiny, today overcast conditions. Do you think it's a good idea? Yes, it's late in the morning, it's almost around 11. Batting first?
Well, obviously, I always think that on this top of wicket that we have in Oman, I think there's no point of waiting for the bowling first, but I would like to have bat first because there's no change in the wicket. Only thing is that if you get a decent total on the board, 150, 60, and then put on pressure to the opponents, that will be a good idea.
Jamil bhai, talking about the man of the match of the game number 2, the man who's turned bold and he has the ball in hand right now. Monis Ansari, the slingy Malinga of Oman. He's aging. He's aging like old wine, getting tastier by the day. And that's a saying that has been famous, and he's making it even more famous in Oman. Monis Ansari, tell us about him.
He is a warrior, I'll tell you one thing. I mean, he's really a brilliant athlete bowler. He's always tried to keep his fitness intact, and that's why he still is playing now. Bowling, of course, not with the rhythm as used to have before, but he's still maintaining great length and line, especially the Yorkers is still coming out from him. And I have never tasted any old wine. Huh?
Oh, even I haven't tasted it. But I'll tell you what, yesterday, Monis Ansari and Muscat Thunderers, they were looking to defend 125, just 125. And Monis Ansari came all guns blazing. That spell of Monis Ansari was fierce. He started with the no ball, but then it's a different day, different start. Monis Ansari charging in. Let's this one go. Abbas was dismissed for a duck yesterday. Would want to change things in his favor today.
The good part for Monis is that he's trying to concentrate on his length and line, trying to bowl within the wicket. Especially the Yorkers are really killing to the batters. But only thing is that he always tries to go off the record, trying to bowl outside the off stump. But once he is getting the line and length, unpredictable to play.
Absolutely. I did get a chance to interview him yesterday. Let this one go as well. Very watchful is Abbas. And in the interview, I asked him that when you came here 10-15 years ago, you would be clocking 140, 145. I did keep wickets to him that time. I was close to the 30-yard circle. That's the kind of pace he had. Right now, you can see the wicketkeeper standing somewhere around the 15-yard mark. So he's dropped the pace down by a big margin. And yet what makes him successful? And he was quick to say, it's my experience. I know what the batter wants to do against me. Oh my goodness gracious me. In two minds. Abbas, whether to play, whether to leave it. Lucky not to get an outside edge. Jatinder Singh is like a tiger in the slips, waiting for that edge.
Well, as I told you about Monis Ansari, he's always tried to bowl, trying to hit the wickets. And the last delivery was an outstanding one, going away from the batter. And if he bowled the first over within the wickets, I'm telling you the next couple of overs will be very, very difficult for the batters to play on.
Oh, he's a tricky customer, very experienced, intelligent one, wants to get off the mark in some fashion. He wouldn't mind some luck. An edge to third will also work in his favor. He wouldn't mind it, but at the moment he's still on the knot. And there is a lot of noise in the camp of Muscat Thunderers. Talking about Majis Titans, yesterday they would have had the first 10 overs which they would want to forget. Terrible. They were completely out of equations against Royal Oman Stallions. They had no clue whatsoever. And then walked in Wasim Ali. And he dominated the affairs. The way he played, very positive, very attacking. Should the openers take a leaf from his page?
I heard he batted brilliantly yesterday. Beautifully bowled once again, moving away from the batter. That's his quality. And I'm very happy that the first over is bowling within the length and line he's looking for.
Oh, he's intelligent cricketer. Monis Ansari. What a player to have up your ranks. So often we talk about aging cricketers, pace bowlers dropping their pace, not being good enough. And here there is Muscat Thunderers believing in an asset, in a piece of gold that they have treasured for such a long time. And he's bringing in the results. The very first game, picking up the man of the match.
Brilliant. Once again, outside the office and played into the hands of the cover. And that's the end of over number 1. None for none.
Oh yes, it's a maiden. Jamil Bhai, today talking about the bowling of Kurum Thunderers. They won on the back of their bowling. And I wouldn't be wrong in saying that Majis Titan won on the back of their batting. That masterclass of Wasim Ali, and that's the reason they would have opted to bat first, because they were in misery at the 10 over mark. They wouldn't know how. They would have been happy even if they got to 100. That was the kind of situation they were in. And now coming in Afreed Katie. Oh, what a delivery. If it troubled the wicketkeeper, Aman Khan, who's a genuine wicketkeeper, just showcasing that, that was a gem of a delivery from Afreed Katie. He's another masterpiece. The way he bowled yesterday, we were quick to point that if Afreed Katie has the kind of day which he can have, a lucky day, then Muscat Thunderers could very well win, and that's the kind of day Afreed Katie had.
Look at that beautiful delivery once again from the left-hander going outside. Amir Karim doesn't know where the ball is going. Very, very late not to get a touch. Once again, a good delivery. Afridi, I tell you one thing, is always a very, very useful bowler. Always getting a wicket. Of course, sometimes he is not among his best form, but always try to get the wicket and always successful.
I would like to put Afreed Katie in a category where he's either a match winner or a match loser. I know these comments are very harsh, but he's one of those kind of bowlers. He's never average. He's on the extremes. Either he'll do extremely well or he'll do extremely bad. Never in the middle category. Whereas what you get with Munnis is consistency. Oh, not short enough to pull. All of a sudden, 9 balls into the game, still to open their account. Majis Titans, they're getting a little itchy here. And the captain in the middle would be wondering, have I done right by winning the toss and opting to bat first? Both the teams doing what they are best at. What gave them success yesterday. Majis Titans batting, Kurum Thunders bowling.
Well, I think the captain always decided what he's had, what is in mind for the team. And that's why he selected to bat first. As we mentioned yesterday, lost of wickets in the first match. Once again, standing and trying to smash it. What a save. Brilliant save from Munis Ansari. Today is showing his class. First he bowled superbly in the first over. And that was certain save, 4 runs for this team.
In the process, they did allow them to scamper for an extra run. So the scorecard will soon say 3 runs for Majis Titans. But talking about Munis Ansari, what a transformation. Yesterday he took a catch and he called for it. There was a player. Generally, the Munis Ansari I know is running away from fielding. This is a different Munis Ansari 2.0.
Well, sometimes, when you have the courage, the intensity of playing hard cricket, you have to be on the toes. And it shows the caliber, how much you are involved in the match. As you correctly mentioned yesterday, he took a catch, got brilliant wickets also.
Afreed Katie at the moment, everybody's diving. Jatinder Singh putting in a dive as well, in vain though. But the intent is what matters. They're a pumped side. They do understand that having a chance to bowl first against Majis Titans, they have an advantage because it's overcast. There is a little bit in the wicket. Might not be for a very long time, but at least good 3-4 overs where they can capitalize. And at the moment, what we see is Majis Titans struggling. Just 4 runs on the board, 3 runs coming off the edge.
All the credit goes to the bowler. Munis Ansari starting the proceeding with a brilliant over. And of course, Afreed Katie also doing the same thing, putting pressure on both the openers from Majis Titans, Amir Karim and Abbas, and just contain them, just 4 runs. Almost the second over, the last ball might be in the way.
Short and wide. It's in the area where Amir Karim likes. He got 3 boundaries before he got dismissed. Not today, not poking at it. There was a fielder in the deep for it. 2 overs done, 4 without a loss, Majis Titans.
After the first brilliant over from Muscat, which was a maiden, this is the third over. Let's see what he has in his mind in this over. Very, very wide outside the off stump. That's only because of the slinging action. The moment he loses in action, it goes for the wide.
But what I understand is Munis Ansari is even more effective when the ball is swinging into the right-hander with that action. That's when he's getting his release spot on. It's not that he's not controlling it. He does have the outswinger. He does have that in-swinger. But especially with the old ball, when the ball is released well and it carves in, that's beautiful. Trying to heave it. Gets a good part of the bat. Probably the first time for Majis Titans when something has come close to the middle of the bat. And it will be a boundary towards the cow corner. In the power play, it just needs to penetrate the circle and you have runs on offer. It's a good outfield.
Yeah, of course. Yes, it was not a good delivery from Munis Ansari. But talking about the Munis Ansari, his action, his slinging action, he has to concentrate and very, very hard work to get the ball into the batters, which he's doing it, of course. Obviously, he doesn't have all 6 balls going in the same way, but still he's doing the best he has done for the team.
Munis Ansari charging in. Looking to hit it big. Probably looking to hit it to the orbit. Maybe the Jupiter as well. That's the kind of power Abbas was looking to offer. But this would have settled the nerves. Finally, Abbas, a duck in the previous game, a maiden to start off in this game, and finally a boundary.
Well, they have to come up. He's a very, very good batter, Abbas Khan, and always come up for the team. But of course, credit goes to the bowlers, especially Munis Ansari in the first over. But when he got the loose delivery, Abbas is going to hit the way he's done in the last boundary he scored. Once coming down the wicket, and his ball was in the air.
Won't be lasting for too long here. Hashir Dafedar is a safe fielder. It was skied up in the air. It was against the man in form, Munis Ansari, and Abbas was struggling since he's entered into this tournament. Struggling yesterday, struggling today as well. Yes, he got that lone boundary, but not for too long because Munis Ansari has got the leading edge.
Trying to play onto the the top edge, and it was a very, very simple catch to Dafedar. And Munis Ansari stuck for the first wicket for Thunderers.
First blood for the Muscat Thunderers, absolutely perfectly pictured by Jamil Zaidi. 9 for the loss of 1 Muscat Thunderers here. Yesterday was a very hot and humid day. Today is a different kind of day and Jihan would appreciate it. Overcast conditions, he's a good quality batter. He's walked into Oman and he'll be very spirited looking at the performance of Wasim Ali. He would obviously be talking to himself and saying that if a young gun like Wasim Ali is able to provide a performance like that, what is stopping me from being an international recruit? I need to be probably a level ahead, if not more, than Wasim Ali. And that's the inspiration with which Jihan would be walking to the centre. What can he offer? What are you expecting? A big one?
Had to be, someone has to be there at the wicket, giving support to Amir Kaleem, who is subdued at the moment just because of the brilliant bowling from Afreet and Munis Ansari. And now Jihan, he is of course, experienced player. So let us see how he's going to do today. Because things are not at the moment in the favour of Titans.
Probably having his first visual, Jihan, of Munis Ansari. It's not very easy. The point and consideration is going to be leg before or bowled. Leg before or bowled, the in-swinger. Oh, well played. Targeting the stumps, targeting the pads as well. But Jihan was smart enough to move the pads out of the equation.
What I believe that for Munis Ansari, to bowling a left-hander or Yorker is more easy for him to bowl rather than for the right-hander batter. Because his action is like that. So ball coming into the left-hander, the which he bowled the first one.
Being a bottom-hand player, my understanding, Jamil Bhai, is that it is easier to play on the leg side than on the off side. So I would prefer being a left-hander. Oh, well bowled. It's a no ball. It's a no ball. Monis Ansari with hands on his hip. Disappointed because he's giving in everything that he has.
Customary no ball had to be bowled from him.
It's a sign of luck. Probably yesterday defending 125 started with a no ball, and he, with the kind of experience he has behind his back, probably 15, 20 years of career, he does realize that one bad delivery doesn't define him. And yesterday winning the man of the match after delivering and starting with a no ball. Most teams would have had their hands on their head, hands on their knees, hands on their hip, stating that what have you done here? And here's Monis Ansari.
Big one.
It's criminal. It's going to be a free hit. Jihan. Big heave, no chance whatsoever. It's a picture perfect Yorker from Monis Ansari. Also giving in the stare to Jihan. It's the old war horse against the young one. Two champions fighting and locking horns.
Great comeback by Monis Ansari. He is some sort of bowler. When he comes on to bowl, getting wickets, he is unplayable. But sometimes when he's not in his form, it is a few expensive for the team.
Very well bowled. Monis Ansari does realize that Jihan is a little tentative. He wants to get his better foot forward. 3 overs done. At the moment, Muscat Thunderers have a stranglehold on Majis Titans. 10 for 1 at the end of 3.
So things are good at the moment for Thunderers. Just putting lot of pressure on Titans. And it is Afreed. Down the leg side, tried to heave it out to the fine leg. Once again, missed the ball. Amir Kaleem is not timing the ball well. I feel that he's playing too early before the ball comes. And that's why he's not getting onto the bat.
He would be rusty. He's coming off a good break here. The first tournament of the season, and that's where Amir Kaleem, as a captain, there's a lot of pressure any which ways. And as you're aging, you just need to take a little bit of time to settle into equation. He's a great player, champion player, no two thoughts about it. It's only a matter of time. One ball from the middle of the bat and the things can change. Dancing down the wicket, up in the air, fielder coming underneath it. They don't drop many. Amir Kaleem, last time he was caught at sweeper cover. This time on the same side of the field, though this is the deep square leg, charging down the wicket, trying to pull it, trying to force this situation, and he's been caught in the boundary. Amir Kaleem will be mighty disappointed. Similar kind of a start for Majis Titans today as well. They have been disappointing in the power play.
Well, he paid once again too early, top edge of the bat, straight to a very, very well judged catch by Sumaya at the deep fine leg rather. Beautifully bowled by Afreed, and once again it is missed time by Amir Kaleem, so wicket number 2 down.
It's great to see a young gun taking the confidence right at the boundary line and holding on to a difficult catch. His father will be mighty proud. 10 for the loss of 2. So often we talk about the pressure that a young gun has at the highest level. Soumya Sampat just proving that he has no pressure whatsoever. taking the catch in the Australian style, completely confident. He's the junior vice captain, and that's where he's counting on it. He's banking on it.
Talking about that catch, technically I said the catch coming into the fine leg, you have to be head in front of you rather than taking the Australian style. And that was 2 down. So I didn't agree that one. He has to take once again.
Oh, that's a drop catch. Believe it or not, Aman Khan has not got his right foot forward in Oman. They have their hands on their head. That's a customary catch for a wicketkeeper, a man with the gloves. The only reason being that his positioning was not low enough, and that's where the stability never came in.
Beautiful. Look at that moving away. It could have been a good catch on the left-hand side, but of course, just popped out of the, what you call the punches of the gloves. So, once again, beautifully bowled by Lafreed. And Titans are really in trouble at the moment.
Very unfortunate there. Driven well. This is salt on the wound of Afrid Katie. Just the previous delivery, he was dropped, and on this occasion they're going to be running for 3. They're very fit. Vishwa Vijayaratne and Jihan. Talking about the drop catch, that was very, very disappointing from the likes of Aman Khan. When you're playing as a genuine wicketkeeper, he should have got 2 hands to it.
The ball was going away. There was no chance for him to get the right hand on it. But, of course, he can grab it. It came in the middle of his gloves. He should have closed any fingers. But, unfortunately, it popped up.
No,
but you correctly said, yes, of course, it's a normal catch for the wicketkeeper.
Absolutely. You take thousands and thousands of those catches and you're expected to hold on to it. And the reason why I say 2 hands is because he should have rolled over. That brings in that extra safety. And if and only if Aman Khan would have been slightly lower, he would have had that extra fraction of a second to roll over on his back. All said and done.
Once again, beautifully bowled. Really, Titans are in really tremendous pressure. Losing 2 early wickets of Amir Kaleem and Abbas. And the third was almost gone had that wicketkeeper took that catch. Lot of struggle for Titans at the moment. But now I believe they had to cool down, take the singles, get some runs on the board to take the pressure off.
Jihan would like to have a few visuals of Dean Foxcroft, who was here 2-3 years ago. Oh, in the air. This is much better from Jihan. You need to be positive. The intent is what defines a person. On this occasion, driving it through the covers, opening his account with a boundary here.
Look at that one. Beautiful. Slightly uppish, but pick the gap between cover and extra cover, giving him confidence, and what runs are needed for this team he has done right now. Good boundary for them. End of over number 4. 1 ball to go.
No, that's the end of over number 4. 21 for the loss of 2. They do realize that Monis Ansari can play a very defining role, and that's where they're going to be spending him with luxury. He's going to be bowling his 3rd over on the trot. You don't often see Monis Ansari doing that. They know the importance of Monis Ansari in the death. But because these are slightly bigger boundaries, probably close to 70 yards, that's where spinners have a big role to play. They're playing Soumya Sampat because of the number of left-handers that Majis Titans have.
Nicely played out on the toes. Tried to short mid wicket for the single. Well, I think Chatendra is doing the right thing, trying to use Muniz as he's on the best at the moment. 2 brilliant overs, so he's want to continue for the 3rd over as well. Because in the later stage of the game, I feel that Muniz is not that much effective as normally a fast bowler has to be.
I would like to beg to differ, because the main reason I would say is that these are bigger boundaries, and with that slingy action, probably the lower middle order, it's very difficult to pick the slower one of Monas Ansari. And his Yorkers are, you already saw one against probably Jihan, if I'm not making a mistake. No clue whatsoever. Oh my goodness gracious me, this is a peach of a delivery. We will discuss about whether he's effective in the death or not, but at the moment, Jihan, a foreign recruit, has seen the best of Monas Ansari. What a delivery, in swinging, and the middle stump being castled.
Absolutely outstanding. Look at that one moving into the batter, and he's stranded, uprooted the wicket. Brilliant bowling from Monas Ansari he's talking about, and he's doing the wonders for Thunderers today, as he did yesterday, as you said correctly. Yes, he was the man of the match.
It is overcast, and at the moment, Muscat Thunderers are thundering over Majis Titans, and they don't have an answer. 18 for the loss of 4 here at 4.2.
What a beautiful delivery it was from Monas Ansari. He was talking about him. And he's doing the right thing now, bowling within the stumps, and what a brilliant delivery it was, getting Jihan's wicket uprooted. He just stranded, trying to play on to the on. Today, Monas Ansari once again is firing from one end, rather Oman LNGN.
At the moment, the way Jihan is batting, a lot of people will be questioning the management for bringing him here. What is he doing here? Yes, he has a lot of talent, a lot of potential, but at the moment, the way he's batting, it is miserable. Dancing down the wicket, flicked to short fine, and it's going to be a dot ball. The man in form is here in the middle, Wasim Ali. Immediate, what you see, dancing down the wicket to a pacer who's breathing wrath. And that's what confidence does to you, which is way away from Jihan at the moment. He's nowhere around confidence. He's batting on the same wicket that Wasim Ali is dominated.
Look at that's weather quite hazy outside the off stump, rather the outside the ground. Monas once again coming down the wicket, played it out towards the mid-on. That's the right thing to take the pressure off.
They needed something to go in their way, and this is the right fashion. This is what makes Wasim Ali special. He's a tall lad, taking a couple of steps towards Monas Ansari on this occasion, converting it into a full toss. And this is what makes Monas Ansari a little tentative, because he doesn't have that kind of pace that you can beat him in pace. Almost halfway down the wicket, Wasim Ali, and dominating the affairs here.
Now that's the right thing to take the pressure off, and he has said yesterday he scored brilliant 70. He's keeping that confidence in him, taking the pressure off from the Thunderers. Once again coming down, played it out to the short but wicket. So Monas Ansari is really now trying to come back after that brilliant wicket of Jihan.
What a wicket is that? Jihan. He wants something. Monas Ansari is looking for something. Not really sure what he's looking for. Probably looking for a deep square leg. Maybe it's time for a bouncer from Monas Ansari, or is it a double bluff? I'm banking on a double bluff, because his strength is a Yorker, and Wasim Ali will be very much aware of it.
Well, that's all we have to see now, because as you said, that he has take the fielder off to the square leg boundary.
Slower delivery. Rolling his arm over. And that's another good over from Monas Ansari, the old war horse, making it a habit to pick up wickets in the power play. 2 wickets for him on this occasion. 3 wickets down, Majis Titans for 22. They still have an over in the power play. In walks the off-spinner, Siddharth Mukherjee. He's one of those prized possessions of Muscat Thunderers, one of the quality bowlers that Muscat Thunderers have. He will start off with a slip. Joining me in the com box is Amin Wagle with those lovely teal green sunglasses.
Very good morning. A watchful single towards the onside to get things started for Siddharth Mukherjee. And Vishwa and Wasim out there in the center for the Majis Titans. And yes, of course, I'm still trying to figure out the color that I'm wearing. Teal green, fluorescent green. In India, somebody would look at it and say, Poppet green? I have no idea. All sorts of things. But the inspiration is right there. The Muscat Thunderers captain, Jatinder Singh, wearing something similar.
I'm not sure about that, but the sun is not out today and you're stealing the show from the sun.
Yeah, well, somebody's got to remain bright out there. It's gloomy skies at the moment in the middle of August, and you certainly wouldn't expect that. Have a look at that for a backdrop.
Dancing down the track, inside part of the bat. It will be an easy couple. Soumya Sampat will do well to cover it up. Tell us about the wicket. You were there in the middle. You did the pitch report as well as the toss. Relate us what the captains had to say in suggestion to your understanding of the wicket. Choosing to bat first. Not a great idea in my opinion.
Well, absolutely a belter of a wicket as a matter of fact. It's about how positive you're applying yourself out there in the center, out there in the middle. You did see some attractive shots and you saw the shots that actually got the right value. So you saw that good boundary in the cover region by Jihan, and that fetched him a 4. Wasim and Vishwa also good strikers of the ball in my opinion. Wasim coming off this excellent half century, so that positive attitude and the right shots against the right kind of deliveries are going to fetch you runs no matter what. 25 for 3 at 5.2. You see those 3 wickets that have fallen down and you review them of how they have fallen down. It's more of brilliant bowling and poor shot selection. It's an amalgamation of both.
I would like to add poor attitude. Poor attitude in my opinion. I'll justify it. The reason I say it, you look at that wicket of Abbas, clearly showcases being out of form. Desperation. Didn't need to do that. Then you're talking about Amir Kaleem. He was rusty prior to that. Outside off stump, shot wide, trying to pull it against the need of the hour. And then when you're talking about, oh, wonderful effort. Touch and go it was. Little bit of a mix-up.
Yeah, so this is where you would want to improve upon. Now, Majis Titans, both these two batters have got a few runs under their belt, especially Wasim. The innings that he played last morning, that was absolutely clinical and was straight out of an attacker's book, an attacker's playbook. Charging down the track, this time goes aerial. Is there a fielder there? No, but they wouldn't need a fielder because Wasim Ali has just managed to score a maximum for the Majis Titans. What a beautiful shot that is.
This is very unlikely Wasim Ali. Generally the Wasim Ali that we know is the one who dominates the leg side. And this is very beautiful from the likes of Wasim Ali, playing it inside out, over the top, over the offside. Not looking to hit it hard, just looking to elevate it over the circle.
Another punt towards the leg side. He looked to get that second one, running the first one hard. And this is what I actually mean by positive attitude and positive batting. The intent is clearly there. End of the 6th over, end of the power play. The Muscat Thunderers have a resurrection requirement. 32 for the loss of 3. Sandeep Gaud. Right after the power play, on the back foot, plays it towards the mid-wicket region. Gets a single. They'll want to keep that scoreboard ticking. They'll want to keep rotating strike, and that's how you amass a massive score. Something that they would have learned from yesterday's efforts. 150, 170 out of nowhere, being 5 wickets down, was an excellent counter punch last morning.
Interesting call to bring in Sandeep Gaur very early into the game. He's a genuine all-rounder. Holds a tight line. He'll not move too much from the good length area. Just like that, and he'll get some decent movement in the air as well. A good call, or would you have wanted to see the genuine off-spinner in terms of Soumya Sampath?
Not yet. Still, the ball is quite a bit fresh, and because of the lush out green, there's very little wear and tear on the ball as well, and at the same time you would want the pace bowlers to enjoy the conditions at the moment. Slower ball, pulled it towards the mid-wicket region, so it's just going to be another single. They wouldn't mind that, the Muscat Thunderers. At the same time, Majis Titans wouldn't mind it, as far as they have another run to the total.
In my understanding, they're just looking for that wicket of Wasim Ali, because that would be the understanding of Muscat Thunderers at the moment, that the decision between win and lose is Wasim Ali. He's the man and
edged, and it's taken the outside as a long chase for the fielder, but to no avail. So the moment Wasim Ali walks out to the middle, boundaries and runs are in order.
Wasim Ali, very intentful, very aggressive, very positive. Luck favors the brave, and that's the definition of that shot. Looking to score runs, and in the process you will find runs. It could be the outside edge, but everything counts. The scoreboard will show +4 to his name.
Did seem intentful, the shot, even though it was an edge. Once again, clearing that front foot, playing the ball on the full, watching the ball come onto the bat, and these are signs of a person in form, somebody who has been in touch during that off-season, coming in for training. Just last morning, when I just had a word with him before the match, I asked him what's happening, how's off-season, and he said that, I didn't really have an off-season. I was at the indoor nets, I was outside, I was playing practice games. OC has kept me busy, Oman Cricket has kept him busy with all his regimes and schedules.
And I'm so much in agreement with that. At this young age, when you're just around 25, we'll come back to that. 7 overs done, 40 for the loss of 3. Won't have to wait for too long. It is Soumya Sampath, the vice captain of the junior side. He's an off-spinner. Likes to flight the ball. Can he fire it in, considering the situation? Because the opponents will be targeting him. They would consider him as the weakling to the attack. A well-tested attack of Muscat Thunderers.
It does seem like a very intense bowler, Soumya Sampath. Straight away, that sweep comes out, clearing that front leg, making sure that he guides the ball deftly towards the boundary, but somehow or the other, I think it's not going to be a boundary. They'll have to work hard for the runs. Look at Wasim Ali removing his helmet and running that third run very, very hard. And this will be now an interesting contest. Wasim Ali is known to take on spinners in a big, big manner. He's got those long levers, and Soumya Sampath will have to be very calculative on where he pitches the ball and the pace at which he delivers.
I have a definition to understand whether the person is in the flow. You saw him taking a catch in the deep, and he was in complete control. If he's in complete control here, you would see it through his follow-through. And just like that, he's not able to complete his follow-through. He's been around me for a while, and he has that jump. He rushes through the batsman, which is not happening here, and that's where he's a non-believer at the moment. He will become a believer once he gets a few dot balls to his name, probably a wicket to his name, but at the moment he's counting on luck rather than pushing those deliveries into the batter, bringing in that extra bounce.
Trying that first one hard. Just a single added to the total. Spoken like a true mentor, Pranav. Always critiquing your subject. Always critiquing somebody who's coming to you for help. But Soumya Sampath, yes, of course, early days in his career in this Premier League. And certainly a long career ahead of him. He does seem to have the right things about him. Probably as he grows older in age, as he grows older in stature, in match experience, the body changes, the action will be refined. Good delivery. Works it away towards the onside nonetheless, just a single. But then that's how you grow as a cricketer, whether you're a batter, whether you're a bowler, ploying your craft against the best, and that's how you grow.
Absolutely. It's only a matter of time that his nerves comes down, and once his nerves gets that calming effect, you would be able to bowl to what he's dancing down the wicket, and this is only going to be a single. If he was bowling to an under 19 player, he would be looking to dominate him. He would be looking to charge at him. That's when he will be completing his action. At the moment, he's playing the second fiddle, not having that confidence that he is good enough at this stage. It'll only come with time, and that happens with everyone.
Shot pulled away. Trying to read Soumya Sampath, Wasim Ali, and not very long before you could see some explosive shots. Quite a few runs in this over, as many as 8, and Muscat Thunderers have managed to keep Majis Titans at 48 for the loss of 3. Here's a look at the scorecard so far. That we are on match number 4 in the Oman Cricket D20 powered by Fancode. Abbas and Amr Kaleem as well as Jihan could not contribute too much. Vishwa and Wasim right there, with Wasim now continuing that excellent form that he was carrying forward from the previous game. Sandeep Gaud will continue from the Oman LNG end, and this is going to be an interesting battle here. Wasim Ali versus Sandeep Gaud. Now Sandeep Gaud has got those trick deliveries, he's got a lot of variations, but at the same time he's also got that good carry and bounce, knows how to extract bounce out of any sort of a wicket, even if the wicket is dead. I do remember a few matches in the 50 overs and the 20 overs where the wicket looked really dead and flat in favor of the batters, and somehow or the other Sandeep Gaud would just come in and get that breakthrough for his team. Good shot, it's in the air, it's got mighty bit of elevation on it, the fielder coming underneath it, and they've got the big fish. Wasim Ali will be walking back, and he looks dejected, he looks as if that shot wasn't needed at all, but nonetheless the truth prevails and Wasim Ali heads back for a quick fire 22.
They've lost the most important wicket in terms of Wasim Ali, trying to slog sweep him on a ball which was angling away from him. Probably a brain fade movement, probably one shot too many, and they don't drop a lot of catches in the field. Muscat Thunderers, they're a very tidy fielding unit, and all of a sudden Majis Titans are looking to be in a lot of trouble with only Ferrisco and probably Aryan to be coming in as genuine batters. 48 for the loss of 4. You were just stating the importance of Sandeep Gaur and Muscat Thunderers and his bowling, and that's exactly what he's done. He's got the big fish, the big fish of Majis Titans, and in walks Aryan Bish. He's not one of those tried and tested players at this format still. It's early days, leading edge to start off. Will get off the mark, not in one of those most convincing fashions, but what a point to mention from you. I mean that experience always counts.
Absolutely, he's a good cricketer. Balls, those brave deliveries, knows, and what's very important is you need to back yourself with the kind of deliveries and the repertoire of deliveries that you have and know when to bowl them. Yes, of course, you can go for runs, but more often than not, you need to have that positive attitude while bowling. Works it away towards the onside, just a single, runs the first one hard.
I really want to take you a couple of years back to the Oman D20 where Muscat Thunderers were playing the final and Sandeep Gaur was leading that side. And the kind of animation that I saw within Sandeep Gaur, that was getting the best out of Sandeep Gaur. He was animated, he wanted to win, he was desperate to win. And that is what defines Sandeep Gaur. He's an absolute character. If you take the character out of him, it's almost like taking the soul out of the body and then presenting. So you want Sandeep Gaur as a player, as a character.
Well, absolutely. And just to jog down the memory lane, it was, I think, a couple of seasons ago, 2024 D50, and I think it was the finals. It was a rain-affected match, if I'm not mistaken.
Absolutely perfect.
And the team that they were playing had dominated the entire season, and Muscat Thunderers just barely made it into the finals with that last-moment wins, last-moment points.
It was Samay Srivastava who was the man of the match. He came down the order, got a 50 to his name.
Pulled it away towards the onside. Some intent now from Vishwa, looking to up the ante, looking to hit that ball hard. He was looking scratchy since the time he's come onto the crease, even yesterday as a matter of fact, and now all of a sudden you see him trying to middle the ball and score a few quick runs. Coming back to that match, I believe it was 150 odd or 140 odd that Muscat Thunderers managed in that game, and they were defending and they were bowling second, trying to defend that paltry score in a 50-over game. And somehow or the other, the bowlers backed themselves, went down to the wire, and Muscat Thunderers pulling off that all-important win at the end of the day.
Not sure whether it was Royal Oman Stallions or whether it was...
I believe it was Yalla Shabab.
Probably Yalla Shabab. But I'm sure it was one of the two. Arch rivals. And what a game that was. All said and done. 9 overs done. 52 for the loss of 4. Immediately in comes Samay Srivastava. Just that sole over for Soumya Sampat. Didn't look very impressive. He's a young talent. He's a talent in the making. But just like Aryan Bish, he's yet to impress. Aryan Bish is a standout bowler, in my opinion. In my understanding, Aryan Bish is one of those quality bowlers. But with the bat, he's a genuine batsman. But he's still to prove himself. He's still to prove his mantle.
Books it away towards the onside for a single. There's a massive gap and single available in that particular area, the cow corner region. Now, the reason probably Soumya Sampat has been removed from the attack is to introduce him a little bit later once the tail enders are there, so that he can bowl a little more confidently and try and pass those difficult overs, the dead overs where you don't really know whether you have to go in for the kill or whether you need to hold back and defend. And even if a situation arises, Muscat Thunderers
have the kind of firepower amongst that squad. Somebody can come in and step up. A senior bowler can come in and step up. Sandeep Gaur, a prime example of one. Wonderful flight. Immediately testing Aryan Bisht on his ability to play spin.
I really feel that they're going for the kill here because they do sense an opportunity that Majis Titans with Aryan Bisht, Vishwa Vijayaratne, there is the South African recruit who's supposed to be coming in next, and not a lot of batting after that. So, no genuine batter. And that's where, even with Aryan, who's not scored a lot of runs behind him in this format, maybe a little bit here and there, but it's all scratchy. And that's where, if they have that opportunity to run through Majis Titans here, and that's where they want the best men for the job in the middle right now. Sandeep Gaur is doing brilliant. They have the services of Siddharth Mukherjee, who's still not come into the attack, except for that 1 over in the power play. So they have 3 overs of Siddharth Mukherjee, 4 overs of Samay Srivastava. Sandeep Gaur, overs left for him. Monis Ansari has overs left. And obviously, Afreed Katie. They don't really need to go. Oh, that's a big appeal. That's a big appeal. He believes. The umpire doesn't. He's always complaining, just like any bowler does.
Yeah, well, probably crashing into the stumps, but then that impact is what actually bothered umpire Hari. And most certainly that was the right decision. He's a very, very shrewd and very, very calculative operator, umpire Hariharan, just like the PT sir.
Look at the impact point, how far it is from the stumps. So still a lot of travel time for the ball, and that's where... Oh, rushing for the second. This could be tight. A little delay from the fielder in the deep. Not very sure who it is. Oh, it's Soumya Sampat. The young gun is all everywhere.
Well, the throw decent, but probably on the wrong end. Aryan Bisht was struggling to reach the non-striker's end, but by that time, the throw had been released by Soumya Sampat towards the striker's end. Probably realizing that Vishwa Vijayaratne is key over here in this partnership. He's the senior player. Aryan Bisht is part of the whole scheme of things, yes, but Vishwa Vijayaratne is an aggressive player. And on a good day, he can take the game away. Some sort of discussions between the two umpires. You can see a lot of activity along the boundary line as well on the pavilion.
Good bit of banter between both the sides at the moment. Samay Srivastava and Aryan Bisht. It's lovely to see. This is what gets you as a player, as a believer in yourself. You're able to enjoy the game, and that's the most important part. That's primary. And the performance will follow. If you're not able to enjoy, just checking for confirmations. And that's a very good technique. Just making sure that he's dragging the bat well into the crease. Wonder what's the verification for. Certainly want something to be right, because don't really see a run out in effect here.
Well, still checking for the run out. They wanted to be a bit more cautious on that approach. Can see Aryan Bisht discussing something with the Muscat Thunderers captain Jatinder Singh. Even a short while ago, when this halt was in play, there was a few words being exchanged, but it seems like friendly chat.
Still not sure on what they are verifying on, because didn't see the ball impacting the stumps in the run out. Are we witnessing a different game, because there's no connection whatsoever with the stumps? Wonder what the verification is about.
Nevertheless, order has been restored. A very quiet over for Samay Srivastava. He's not bowled some lethal deliveries that you could expect to get a few wickets from. He's looked to contain and probably push it towards his next over wherein he'll actually start firing in some good deliveries. Have a look at that. There's still some sort of discussion. I think they were looking for that short run, perhaps. Looks all right to me.
Look at that effort. Lovely visuals. Great work. Great camera work. It's great to see the kind of intent these people have. Final delivery before they can take a breather here.
Up in the air, played towards the cover region. And that's why Vishwa can be really dangerous. He'll look to dominate a bowler. He'll look to play those aggressive shots. At the halfway stage, it's going to be 57 for the loss of 4 wickets as the players take a breather, and so do the comps. At the halfway stage, Muscat Thunderers 57 for the loss of 4 wickets. Aryan Bisht, Vishwa Vijayaratne still out there for the Majis Titans, and looking good, looking steady at the moment, looking to only get a few runs here and there, keep the scoreboard ticking, as we see Anurag now being introduced into the attack. A lot of bowling options for the Muscat Thunderers. And it's my delight and finally my pleasure to introduce my co-commentator, the senior statesman here in the comm box at least, and that's Mr. Jamil Zaidi.
Thank you, Amin, and it's once again wonderful to have all together once again for the commentary box. We're all together. And you correctly mentioned that actually Wasim Ali, I believe that he has one who really changed slight thing in the favor of Titans by coming and start attacking the bowlers, and he was quite successful as well. So I think from here on we could see about 130 around.
Great thinking here, especially as far as the Majis Titans, they would certainly like anything in excess of that. Goes for the big slog towards the onside, eventually just ending up with one, mistiming that. But what's really impressed me is the way the thought process and the strategy has been applied in terms of the team composition for the Majis Titans. The last 2 seasons of the domestic series, whether it be the 50 overs or the 20 overs or the 10 overs, Majis Titans did look a little lackluster and out of options. Gets down on one knee, plays it towards the onside, looking for that second run, and I think they'll get it as well. So coming back to that topic, they did look a little lackluster and out of options. The team looked fatigued. They had not many options in terms of bowling and somebody who could put up their hand and say that, yes, of course, we'll take responsibility of getting a few runs under the belt. And now suddenly you see a side that has been injected with the likes of Wasim Ali, the South African imports. You've got Amir Kaleem, who's back into the national side and the whole scheme of things and scoring a lot of runs. Charging down the track, takes the aerial route. There is a fielder there, but certainly now Vishwa Wijeratne looking to accelerate.
Introduction of Wasim Ali really changed the complexion of the game for the Titans because they were subdued by some outstanding bowling from Muniz Ansari in Afreed. Lost a couple of wickets, but Wasim Ali came. He's in superb form. Took the attack onto the Thunderer bowlers. Once again, spread it out towards the white mid-on for the single. And from here on, I believe that Vishwa is looking better now. 22 of just 19. Aryan Bisht a bit subdued at the moment.
He's just out there, 7 deliveries old. Vishwa Wijeratne 19 deliveries so far and 22. So they're probably now getting into the whole scheme of things, looking to settle down. A lot of time left in this innings. Big shot. The moment you say that, yes, of course, he's looking to settle down. However, he's mistimed that and somehow or the other he manages to find himself safe and a couple of runs added to his personal total as well. So finally, order restored. It's been a mixed bag sort of an over for Anurag. 65 for the loss of 4 after 11.
Samay once again continue to bowl his mesmerizing leg spinners. Once again try to heave it over the mid wicket, got the bottom edge of the bat and it's going towards the fine leg. Boundary. Very unlucky for Samay, couldn't get the wicket.
Yeah, by signal by umpire Hari. So that probably missed everybody, the batter, the keeper, everybody as a matter of fact. He won't be happy with that. In fact, he would be still wondering, Samay Srivastava, how did that miss the stumps? He's almost set up Aryan Bisht here. Now Aryan Bisht will need to keep a sensible head on his shoulders. His strength is that he looks to play solid cricket. At the moment, he's losing his shape, trying to go for those extra run or two.
Well, I think pressure is on the batters right now to get maximum runs, whatever the remaining overs, though they have come back from what you call the lack of runs being scored in the couple of initial stage of the game, but introduction of Wasim really changed the game. But now I think they're trying to get the runs on almost every delivery.
Reverse sweep, tries to play it and into the hands of the fielder who does nothing but spill it. And I believe it's Jatinder Singh who's managed to let that one go. Vishwa Vijayaratne looking to up the ante and play an aggressive shot, looking to manufacture a boundary out of nowhere.
Well, that was almost, I thought, you got by Jatinder Singh's like fielders. But anyhow, Vishwa is trying to release the pressure of Samir Srivastava. Once again onto the onside. He has mixing deliveries. It's his flippers, it's quicker ones and leg breaks. Magician type of leg spinner he is for Oman.
This time a conventional flighted delivery. Aryan Bisht likes the look of that. Manages to get a couple of runs to his name, and that is what the strength of Aryan Bisht is. He's a youngster. He's looking to make his or cement his spot in that Majis Titans squad. It's something that he believes that suits his personality, the team suits his personality, and it's good for his growth where he can actually start to play with a little more confidence now. However, it's about the accumulation of runs in the right manner. He needs to work on his strengths. He needs to reinforce his strengths and then play those fancy shots. Just like that. He's middled that ball well. Yes, it's a good shot. It's not given him any runs, but then he needs to fine-tune that and play it into the gaps. End of the over, 12 gone, 71 for the loss of 4, Majis Titans.
Anurag will continue to bowl. 71 of 12 overs, 4 wicket downs. So Titans must get at least 120 plus what we are talking about to defend the total. They do have a very good bowling side.
Once again going for that slog sweep. Vishwa Vijayaratne is looking for a few runs under his belt. He's looking to up the ante, and immediately there has been some sort of an appeal from the keeper asking for that stumping, just checking, even a half chance would do. So we would have a little bit of halt in play where the third umpire would want to have a look at the visuals.
Now looks to be well inside the crease, so no damage done for the Titans, but a quick work done by the wicketkeeper. As you correctly said, I mean, they have to take the chance. And nowadays, in international cricket as well, slightly doubtful decisions, they go for the review. And sometimes it goes in their favor when nobody expected something to that.
Absolutely, and that's probably the right thing to do, to always understand whether the decisions are correct or not, to be as accurate as ever. Scoring options for Vishwa Vijayaratne. Number one is probably this, the cow corner region, the deep mid-wicket region. There's a huge gap between long on and square leg. And that is somewhere Vishwa Vijayaratne will be looking to target. At the same time, for Aryan Bisht, what he needs to concentrate now is to rotate strike and to keep the scoreboard ticking. Ones and twos is what's going to give him that confidence to hit that big shot towards the end of the innings. Still plenty of time remaining in this Majis Titans innings.
Absolutely, you are right. Let us see what he's going to do with that. Uses his open the face of the bat towards the third man, but just fell short of the fielder. But right thing to do, I mean, either to go for the runs and give maximum support to Vishwa, who is doing a good job so far.
Well, absolutely. These are the roles that needs to be defined to the batters out there, especially somebody as young as Aryan Bisht. You need to tell him that, yes, of course, we do back your ability to score runs, but we want you to get runs in a specific manner. Big shot towards the cow corner region. But he's not managed to middle that, not enough power on that shot. So it's only going to be a single. Vishwa Vijayaratne is like a ticking time bomb at the moment. Anytime he would be giving the slower bowlers of Muscat Thunderers a wicket chance.
Well, I think for the Vishwa, I believe they should have brought a short mid-wicket inside the circle, because he's attacking the on the leg side, and he's broadly coming in down there. Side change in the field now. There's two fielder right on the fence. Deep mid-wicket and deep square leg. Talking about Vishwanath, the left-hander.
This time just gets down on one knee, attempts that slog sweep. It's just going to be one, and that would just do for Aryan Bisht at the moment. However, it's on the last ball of the over. So 13 gone, 75 for the loss of 4.
So to continue to bowl his third over. He has given away only 9 runs, but couldn't get a wicket. Once again, reverse sweep. We'll have to see whether it's from the bat or from the pad.
Yeah, now finally some good sensible cricket from Aryan Bisht. Dubious choice of shot, but the result was quite effective, and especially I like the fact that he ran the first one hard and was always looking to take that second run, signalled by umpire Hari.
Sometimes when you try to play the odd shots, it works. But I think the right thing to do, because he's comfortable. Look at that coming down the wicket once again, brilliantly bowled by the leg spinner. Sume beating him completely.
Yeah, proving to be too good for the young Aryan Bisht out there in the middle. And now that's the kind of shots that Aryan Bisht needs to demotivate himself to play. Have a look at that, losing his shape. Look at the place where he is actually trying to attempt to hit that ball after the bounce, after it's taken a little bit of turn. And never in control. Samesh Srivastav, a wily operator, once again takes the outside edge. This time he's got enough bat on it. And excellent work in the field. Giving it his all. Sandeep Gaud is a fierce competitor.
Brilliant work done by Sandeep. Almost saved a run. And it was outside the off stump. Got the outer edge of the bat. But anyhow, runs are coming, which is most critical at the moment. 3 runs being scored in the last delivery. Creeping up towards the 100 mark. Slowly by Titans.
Change in field now. Realizing that Aryan Bisht is going for a few runs behind the stumps due to some errors by the keeper. So now reinforcing that field. And also after that fielding effort, I believe Sandeep Gaud has done a little bit of harm to himself. So he'll be wanting to take a breather. Big shot. Now this has been struck really, really well by Aryan Bisht. He'll feel mighty pleased. Backing his ability. He's been looking for that shot for quite a while now. And what's really important is it's come off the likes of a brilliant spinner such as Samesh Srivastav.
Absolutely. From the middle of the bat. So hard, been hit and gone out of the boundary for the maximum. And that I'm sure, look at that one. Right from the middle of the bat. Going over and over to the maximum. Look at that one. Huge one. So that definitely give him confidence for some big shots again.
Well, there has to be some method to madness here. And Aryan Bisht at the moment doing the right thing. He will take his singles. He's going to take his chances. And just because he's taking those singles, rotating strike, understanding the nature of the pitch and the kind of deliveries that Samesh Srivastav and the other spinners have on offer, he will then gather that confidence and utilize it for playing the big shots. This time, punch down the ground. He'll run that first one hard, looking for the second, and Vishwa responds. This is excellent running by Majis Titans. A fairly productive over for the Majis Titans and Aryan Bisht.
So far, the best maximum we've seen this morning from Titans, from the hands of Aryan Bisht. And that was perfectly executed.
Sensibly played it back to Samesh Srivastav. Aryan Bisht looking good. End of the 14th over. 87 for the loss of 4 Majis Titans. Anurag continues for his third over. And a big shot from Vishwa. And he's got a maximum towards that deep mid-wicket region. And of course, he's been eyeing that spot for quite some time. No protection out there, enticing the left-hander to go for the riskier option. As you see, there is a steady downpour here at the Oman Cricket Academy.
Once again, he's just meeting his friend Aryan Bisht. Vishwa once again pulled it beautifully from the outside the offer stump, right from the middle of the bat towards the cow corner. And that's where, you know, if you go for the singles, the scoreboard is ticking, you have the confidence, and that's what he has been done. After that magical shot from Aryan Bisht, it was Vishwa who did that job.
Absolutely. And that's probably the right way to play cricket. As you can already see, the fielding team and the operatives around the field, especially the outfield and the bowler, are being a little bit bothered with that steady drizzle that you can see on your screens. Takes a reverse sweep. It's aerial. No fielder there, clearing Samesh Srivastav in that unorthodox position. But what it's going to do is give a couple of runs to Vishwa Vijayaratne. After that big six, a couple of runs, and things are looking good for Majis Titans. Can we see a repeat of last morning's efforts here, that late surge leading them to a commanding total?
Well, absolutely. They are doing it in the early stages of the game. It was totally a game in the hands of Chandrars. But after the introduction of Wasim Ali, once again coming down, Vishwa straight to the wide mid-arm for the single. It part of game, you know, earlier in the first couple of overs or in the power play, sometimes you scored 60, 70 runs without losing a wicket. And then again, today we have seen a bit different one. In the first 6 overs, couple of wickets with very few runs on the board.
Reverse sweep. And very confidently played as well. You can see Aryan Bisht growing in stature as the inning progresses. He's playing his shots more confidently. He's meeting the ball on the middle of the bat. And that's only good signs for any batter out there in the middle. There's still plenty of time remaining to accelerate. Not too much batting yet to come. Yes, they do have some explosive hitters in Ubaidullah, in Ferrisco Adams, who can manage to accelerate or give that X factor sort of an innings for the Majis Titans. But at the moment, it's all about consolidation and then going for the overdrive. Big shot down the ground, no fielder there. I think it's dissected the two fielders at long on and long off. A welcome boundary for Vishwa Vijayaratne as he looks to up the ante. This has been an excellent over for the Majis Titans. A boundary of the very last or the penultimate delivery of this Anurag Singh's over.
Beautifully played. Just pick the right ball on the right place. Look at the placement between the bowler and the fielder at the long off. He's getting confidence, and now things looks to be more better for Titans. We're talking about 130, 140 from here on with the way. Once again coming down, try to squeeze it to the square leg boundary. Missed it.
An excellent game sense here from Aryan Bisht, immediately realizing that the keeper has missed the ball and the ball is of a fair bit distance, looking for that additional run, even though if it comes in as a bye. And this is some excellent work here from Aryan Bisht. End of the over, 101 for the loss of 4 wickets, Muscat Thunderers.
So the bowling figures for Muscat Thunderers, Munis Ansari most successful, 2 for 11 runs, Afridi 1 for 10, and Sandeep got 1 for 12. Munis Ansari bowled his heart out in a couple of initial overs, got 2 brilliant wickets. 102 for 4 is the total at for the Titans at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. Good strategic bowling allotments here, giving them a specific task, and each of the bowlers coming in and making sure that they've done their bit, especially Munis Ansari, given a good understanding as to how he needs to operate in that power play manner. 3 overs, and then he's picked up important wickets, especially of hard-hitting, swashbuckling batters, and you'll always be glad to see the back of them. Have a look at those beautiful scenes, picturesque scenes as a backdrop to the Oman Cricket Academy. Always a pleasure playing cricket over here. One of the most scenic stadiums and the most scenic venues to play good cricket. And blessed with good weather today as well. Did you enjoy a little bit of drizzle on your way to the grounds, Jamil Bhai?
Well, I am still praying to God that I will see some showers in Muscat. I'm coming through the mountains and it still doesn't, though it was a cloudy, but no rain at all. You are lucky to get the rains in Muscat, especially you said around Walmart, something.
Yeah, a very pleasant surprise and it comes as a gift for the players as well, because last match day, on match day 1, the conditions, especially during the day matches, were absolutely horrendous. And a lot of players saying that, oh my God, we can't experience much more heat over here. It's uncomfortable. You could see the batters not performing that well as also. Afreed Katie, looking for the cute shot, gets enough bit of bat onto it. Vishwa Vijayaratne is changing gears, and I believe this has to be top gear for him. Brilliant boundary at the start of the over.
Top of the confidence, he is right at the moment, Vishwa. After 2 maximums now is played, coming toward the offside, scoop over the fine leg boundary for 4. So runs are coming the way Titans like to have, and through the Vishwa rather, and Aryan Bisht.
Yes, absolutely. And immediately you see that the fielder has been dropped back to the fence around fine leg region. Afreed Katie will have to alter. This time shot, and this time pulled beautifully straight into the hands of the fielder on 1 bounce. But that was a commanding shot by Vishwa Vijayaratne.
Growing confidence each and every shot he's played. Really took the confidence he has got in him. Took the team to a good, safe target as they were expecting after losing a couple of wickets in the early part of the game. And this is the partnership between Aryan and Vishwa, which is really giving confidence to the Titans. They might go a good total on the board.
Yeah, from here onwards, 28 balls, 27 balls remaining, and one might think that they could strike at around 200, or maybe probably strike at around 150.
This time over the head of the wicket keeper, 4 runs. Well, the flurry of boundaries from the bat of Vishwa and Aryan. And very good chance for the Titans to get maximum runs. It was top edge and over the fielder, back wicket keeper's head. 4 more runs to the total. Runs are really pouring from the bat of Vishwa and Aryan. Titans who were at the moment struggling. Once again from the middle of the bat. This is over to the extra cover boundary. Beautifully hit, well timed, maximum.
Absolutely, Aryan Bisht certainly turning the heat on Afreed Katie. The first boundary coming off a top edge, and now a big maximum, a commanding stroke towards the cover region, ensuring that that was a safe shot. There was no fielder there. The fielder was inside the circle, so he backed himself to clear that fielder. However, managing to get enough bat to get a maximum. So these are good runs for Aryan Bisht and good runs for Majis Titans. They're looking to accelerate. And just a while ago, I did mention striking at a 150 or 200 from here onwards in the remaining deliveries. Bowled him, cleaned him up. Finally, Afreed Katie will get some respite, but the damage has been done. The acceleration has been provided by Aryan Bisht. He'll walk back dejected, but make no mistake, it has been an innings of substance and an innings of good stature here. He'll be proud of that. An immediate send-off by the Muscat Thunderer bowlers as well. They'll be glad to see the back of him.
Well, I think he has done his job. He has been sent in number 5, number 6 and did his job. After initial struggle, he finally came up with some flourishing maximums and boundaries. But finally, Afreed Katie got him out. So wicket number 5 down for Titans.
New batter in Ferrisco Adams from South Africa, and he'll have one ball to face from Afreed Katie. Works it away towards the onside. A good looking shot now from Ferrisco Adams, and he'll get off the mark immediately. End of the 16th over, 118 for the loss of 5 wickets, Majis Titans.
Finally, Siddharth Mukapatnam has been brought in at the time where the runs started flowing from the bat of Aryan, who just lost his wicket. But Vishwa is in extremely great form at the moment, hitting the ball wherever he likes to.
Yes, great acceleration provided by Aryan Bisht in that last over. Scored some crucial boundaries. Ferrisco Adams now the new man in, and Muscat Thunderers will realize this opportunity. A new batter in the crease. Well settled Aryan Bisht back in the heart. Now all they would want to do is get after Ferrisco Adams and make sure that he does not settle in out there in a similar fashion. Charging down the track, bunts it for one towards long on, giving Vishwa Vijayaratne an opportunity to have a go at Siddharth Mukapatnam, and this will be an exciting contest to watch.
Yeah, definitely, yes. Vishwa looks to be in a great touch at the moment. Hitting the ball brilliantly with timings. Not onslaught, but the perfect cricketing shot from him. No slogs, just playing the way he liked to. Picking the gaps nicely. And now Siva is going to face Siddharth. With a deep feed outside the extra cover boundary, right on the fence. This time he pulled it away from the middle of the bat towards the deep wicket and got single.
Yes, certainly not losing shape now. Vishwa Vijayaratne, he has gotten the extra bit of runs to improve his strike rate at this stage. Now they will be looking to get or amass as many runs as possible. 120 already. They'll be eyeing that 150 mark tantalizingly. It's looking tantalizing for the Majis Titans, and they'll back themselves to get it. Big shot towards the cow corner. I think he's got enough elevation on it and will get a maximum. Ferrisco Adams is now announcing his arrival here at the Oman Cricket Academy for the Majis Titans.
Strong man, strong hands. He just pulled it over to long on boundary for the maximum. Look at that one, short and just pulled it nicely to the maximum.
Plenty of experience for Ferrisco Adams. He's played as many as 70 games, first-class games. He's played tons of T20 domestic games in South Africa. A recent cricketer as well, so he's been in touch at the highest level, playing professional cricket. Siddharth Bukapatnam now will look to make a comeback. Just a single, works it away towards the onside, understanding and realizing the opportunity to get and rotate strike. The fielders have been pushed back to the fence in anticipation that there could be a few more big shots towards the boundary.
So it's correctly said by you, arrived with the maximum. Ferrisco. Once again, reverse sweep, but of just one run from there on.
Reverse sweep, switch hits. We've seen it all now in this innings from Vishwa Vijayaratne. 128 for the loss of 5 after 17. Samesh Srivastav now handed the ball for his last over, charging down the track. Vishwa Vijayaratne is looking to take on Samesh Srivastav. He's got some good confidence behind him. Since the last time you and me were in the stint at commentary, Pranav Mehta joining me once again for the last 3 overs of this innings. Vishwa Vijayaratne has accelerated, and how?
He's a class player, Vishwa Vijayaratne. And just standing up to the order of the captain. He was needed. That was the need of the hour, and he's just done it right. Big shot. Big shot from Ferrisco. He's a strong lad. Look how far it has gone. Believe that was a vehicle of Oman cricket doing damage to that, in my opinion. But what a shot from Ferrisco.
Yeah, certainly getting underneath the ball. He got good enough elevation on that. Love to have a look at it again. But Ferrisco Adams announcing his arrival. Getting underneath the ball on one knee. Samesh Srivastav didn't do much wrong there. All he had to do was skid the ball onto the surface. But Ferrisco Adams more than happy to accept that as a gift. He's done a bit of damage to the ball as well.
What a wonderful follow there by the cameraman in the white skies, holding on to the frame. Excellent pictures. Might be the googly, similar kind of results. He can complain how much ever, whatsoever to the captain. But the result stands the same. It's a maximum, back-to-back maximum for Ferrisco here.
Boy, oh boy, you did appreciate the cameraman for following the ball, and for the next maximum, he hasn't followed it. Have a look at that replay once again just to get a better view of that. That was mighty, mighty blow by Ferrisco Adams. The first one was inside the academy grounds. This one has crossed the road. Why did the chicken cross the road? No. Why did Ferrisco Adams hit the ball across the road is the question that we need to ask. Boy, oh boy, he must be dejected with the performance. Yes, of course.
Look what we have here.
New
It's
balls,
the lady
please.
official.
New balls, please. Madam Mira met her at the toss this morning. And she was pumped up. She was excited about this contest. And Ferrisco Adams is giving her a little bit of extra work here. New balls being brought in for this game. Have a look at that shot once again. Beautiful power, beautiful follow through. Didn't seem that he muscled that. It was just pure timing and sheer skill. Ferrisco Adams does seem to be a very, very exciting addition now all of a sudden.
What a wonderful shot was that. Getting down on the knee, getting to the reach of the ball. Turn doesn't matter once you get to the pitch of the ball. And throwing the kitchen sink at it. Never look to keep it down. That was the secret behind that shot. Inside out on this occasion. This ball is traveling as well. 3 sixes in a row for Ferrisco. These are not the small ones. These are big sixes from Ferrisco. We were questioning his arrival in Oman. We were questioning his existence for Majis Titans. He's answered us, and he's answered us in some style here.
Yeah, certainly taking a liking to Samay Srivastav, the slowness of the pitch and that enough time that he's gotten before he struck the ball. Probably a testament to the cricketing brain that is there. Better sense prevails. Look at that, running the first one hard. Will he look to get the second? No. The fielder is present over there, but what a mighty six. If the first two were towards the onside, looked like a slog, this one, more of a cricketer's shot, got the elevation, and that was six on any ground. By no mean feat. These sixes were meant to be just pure luck.
Big heave on the leg side. Just a single on this occasion to wind that over up. 21 runs from that over of Samay Srivastava, spoiling his figures completely. He was dominating the affairs, might not have picked wickets. But all of this happened in a fashion that Ferrisco was dominating. Look at how it started. Slog sweep, it was the leg spinner. Massive, massive heave over mid-wicket. This was more towards cow corner on this occasion. With the turn, it was the googly. Sticking to leg spin, inside out. Little wider, doesn't matter. He's got shots all around the ground. Ferrisco is dominating the affairs here. All of a sudden, Majis Titans doing what they do best. Struggle the first 10 overs, dominate the next 10. I believe. Wonder how the coach would have trained them for that.
Well, I wouldn't use the word struggle. I probably believe that they've been given specific roles now. The roles have been well defined. The openers have been told to go out there and express themselves freely. No matter, okay, you lose your wicket, fine. But just make sure that your intent is right. And then the middle order has been given to stay and toil the hard overs, the dead overs in the middle. And then finally, the power hitters now joining the party. You saw Samay going for massive runs, and Samay Srivastav by no means is an ordinary bowler. He knows his craft very well, and in the last over, he felt so ordinary the way Ferrisco Adams was giving him or going for runs. Muniz Ansari now for his last over. Vishwa Wijeratne will complete his half century in style. A couple of runs to his name, and boy oh boy, what an innings of responsibility has this been from Vishwa Wijeratne. Have a look at that celebration. Signaling to the pavilion, signaling to the dugout that yes, he is the senior out there in the middle and he has done his job for his team.
What this does is this puts some add-on pressure to the top order. Some very good pressure in my understanding, because an innings like this, an innings of Wasim Ali yesterday, will tell the top order that you need to be even more responsible. And that's when we will be able to be in a more dominating fashion. 150 is what they've already achieved in the 19th over. They could have easily been even better, provided if Amir Kaleem, probably Abbas, maybe the left-handed South African as well, if they could have been a little more responsible in their shot making.
Well, of course, responsibility, and most of them are experienced cricketers, so they do know the responsibilities that they have and the kind of innings that is expected of them. Believe me, they will come to the party at some point in time in this tournament. Takes a wild swing, trying to hike that one over mid-wicket, but getting nothing but air. But this has been a good innings from Vishwa Wijeratne. He started off by playing a few scratchy shots, and then decided that he needs to consolidate himself, get his eye in, and the moment he managed to strike at about 100, after that he thought that yes, of course, I can take that risk. I've got my eye in, middling the ball well and going after the right bowlers, as a matter of fact. Big shot towards mid-wicket. The fielder trying to settle underneath it, and Vishwa Wijeratne will head back into the dressing room. He's played a very, very crucial anchor sort of an innings here for the Majis Titans. He'll walk back happy, back to that dugout, knowing that he's done a good job for his team. The team, Majis Titans, looked out of sorts until Vishwa Wijeratne and Aryan Bisht came out to the middle.
Won't be wrong in saying that Vishwa Wijeratne held that innings together. He's played a brilliant knock of 50. And just when he's achieved his milestone, he's given it away. Still, good 9 deliveries left in this innings. Could have given that finishing touch that Majis Titans would have required. Get over 170, 175, probably close to 180. But all said and done, Usman Ali has arrived in the middle. He's a good hitter as well. Applauses from the camp. Why not? Wasim Ali yesterday, Vishwa Wijeratne today. They'll be a pretty satisfied dugout. I've liked what I've seen from Ferrisco so far. Can he finish off in style?
Well, he's done his bit, and new man Usman Ali, who played second fiddle to Wasim's glorious innings yesterday morning, and he's up against a very, very dangerous looking Yunus Ansari at the moment.
Big swing and a miss. Certainly sliding down the leg stump. Zaman Qureshi, one of the senior statesmen when we are talking about umpiring. He's been around for a while. Very good at his skill. On most occasions, very accurate as well.
Right then, Ferrisco Adams against Yunus Ansari. And now this is going to be an exciting contest, because we can see we actually witnessed a fantastic sort of a display, a batting display of Ferrisco Adams against the slower bowler Samir Srivastava, who is actually a top-rated, top-notch bowler for Oman cricket. And now it's going to be against Yunus Ansari, who's breathing fire since over number 1. Wayward delivery, looking to stay out of the arc of Ferrisco Adams. Yunus Ansari will have to do much, much better than that.
Was looking for the double bluff there. He had the feel for the wide Yorker, and he was looking to target the stumps. Square leg just came inside the circle in terms of Soumya Sampath.
Yunus Ansari with a lot of experience. Ferrisco Adams also with a lot of experience. And now he would have seen or had his fair share of unorthodox bowlers bowling to him, looking to hit that Yorker length, looking to hit that block hole. Will be very interesting to see his setup and the way he's treating such sort of bowlers here. Let's have a look.
Slinger, not really easy to get underneath the ball. That's what you get with Yunus Ansari. Just because you wouldn't have seen that much of a bowler bowling with a slingy action. Yes, he might have played a few, but Yunus Ansari is very different, and that's what makes him more special. You often talk about weather and you talk about feels like 44 degrees, feels like 40 degrees when it is 35. Here, it's Yunus Ansari loading at 110, feels like 130.
Big shot down the ground. Has he got enough on it? Not able to stop that ball because it had enough legs and enough pace. Beautiful cricket here from Ferrisco Adams, taking over Yunus Ansari and fetching a boundary for himself.
It does not matter how you get your runs. Might not have been from the meat of the bat. He might have a look at the bat. It could be the bottom of the bat. But the power of Ferrisco has come to the party here at the Oman Cricket Academy. He's striking and striking willfully. Close to 160, 158 on the board for the loss of 6 till the final 6 deliveries to be bowled. Afreed Katie will have the ball in hand. 2 wickets for him. He's conceded 26. That's something that is not doing justice to the quality of Afreed Katie. He needs to learn to bowl somewhere around 6 runs per over, 7 runs per over. Big heave, probably the slower one. Wicket keeper hasn't been spot on since yesterday. He's dropped catches. He's missed opportunities. And he's let a very, very sloppy delivery go through him. We often talk about players coming to the ground but still not arriving. And this is exactly the prime example. Aman Khan is playing for Muscat Thunderers, but he's yet to arrive in the Oman Cricket Academy.
Right then, important moments of this game, important moment of this innings. Ferrisco Adams against Afreed Katie. The last time Afreed Katie had a ball in hand and Aryan Bisht took him to the cleaners, and now he wants to end his bowling stint well. 26 for 2 is what his figures read like. Full ball down the ground. No fielder there, so a boundary now for Ferrisco Adams, and boy oh boy, he's striking the ball really well, seeing it like a beach ball. And questionable tactics here from Muscat Thunderers. Afreed Katie has a poor choice of delivery against a man who's looking to go hammer and tongs.
Needs to get his act right, Afreed Katie. If he's going to be bowling there, he had to have the long off very, very straight. It wasn't from the meat of the bat, and there was a little bit of time if the long off was a little straighter. But first things first, he needs to get his line and length right. Change and field. There are 2 players at cut.
This time targets the offside. Will it dissect the 2 fielders? Some excellent work out there in the deep. Third man comes sweeping in. It's only going to be a single, and Ferrisco Adams will be off strike. Make no mistake, Usman Ali is also a decent act with the bat, and he's played some attacking innings over a few years and his few matches that we've seen of Usman Ali. Immediately you see the field getting a little bit different now. Fine leg, third man up in the circle, long on, long off, stationed out there. Somebody at deep mid wicket as well. Clears his front leg. He's hit that straight. Can Soumya Sampath get to it? No, he can't. It's going to be a maximum. This acceleration by Majis Titans in the last 5 overs have been something to marvel, something to look at in a very, very positive manner. This is the second time they're doing it this tournament, and Majis Titans is doing some champion stuff here.
This is very ordinary stuff from Afreed Katie. He's a star bowler. We've mentioned it time and again. He's one of those extremes, either a match winner or a match loser, never in the middle. And at the moment, he's costing Muscat Thunderers the game by leaking runs and leaking way too many runs.
37 of 13 deliveries. Ferrisco Adams announcing his arrival here at Oman Cricket Academy. Last morning, he had a very ordinary sort of an innings. Struggled, got out very early. And now one might think, what was the top order thinking? It just takes 13 balls to turn the game around. 37, taking all sorts of bowlers to the cleaners. Let's have a look again. Afreed Katie to Ferrisco Adams for the final ball. Wide, way wide. Not able to get hold of it. They'll just run for that single to complete proceedings in this innings of Majis Titans that looked really like two halves. Majis Titans winning the toss, electing to bat first. 172 for 6 is what they've ended up with. And the middle order, that dangerous looking middle orders with Wasim Ali starting proceedings, and then Vishwa Wijeratne playing that sedate and subdued responsible innings. Aryan Bisht making sure that he makes a mark, makes a very solid impression to all. And finally, Ferrisco Adams.
Mighty impressed with Ferrisco Adams. What a knock is that from him. 38 of 14 deliveries. Today is when his reality will be that he's arrived to Oman. The passport might say it would be a few days ago, but today is the day he will mark it as his arrival. What a knock from Ferrisco. Absolutely thunderous, and he did that against the best of Muscat thunderers. He went after Samay Srivastava, he went after Afreed Katie, he went after Monis Ansari. So that is what Ferrisco is going to be remembering in his tour of Oman.
Let's have a look at that scorecard. Electing to bat first, Majis Titans, and most certainly Captain Amar Kaleem, Abbas and Jihan thought that it was a very poor decision. But then look at that middle order, look at the contributions from it, starting off with Vishwa Wijeratne, 51, top scoring in 38 deliveries. Wasim Ali, 22 of 16, and he just continued that beautiful form that he found last match. Aryan Bisht, I think, is a very important person to note in the scorecard. 31 of 25, and then Ferrisco 38 of 14, making sure that the Majis Titans, with the help of 12 extras, reach a commanding 172 for the loss of 6 wickets.
Talking about the bowling that was looking really good at the halfway mark, finishes off in a very disturbing fashion. Pick of the bowlers has to be Monis Ansari, 3 for 19. He's working in a different game for Muscat Thunderers every time he comes to play. Afreed Katie, 2 wickets, but very expensive, 39 runs in the process. 1 wicket for Sandeep Gaur, yes, wasn't used much. But apart from that, everyone else was very expensive. 12 extras given away by Muscat Thunderers.
Right then, winning the toss, electing to bat first, and there were some early runs here for Majis Titans, but then Munis Ansari striking in that first over and getting a wicket of Abbas Khan on this particular occasion. After that, it was Amir Kaleem who looked to accelerate, but then wasn't able to get many runs on the board. Soumya Sampath holding his nerve and holding a very good catch, and then Munis Ansari, champion stuff, uprooting the middle stump. Outwalked the 2 left-handers, Wasim Ali and Vishwa Wijeratne, and things looked very different from here onwards. Wasim Ali accelerated, accumulated a few runs, 22 as a matter of fact, but then had to perish. But then he had probably shown the template to the rest of the Majis Titan batters. Aryan Bisht, Vishwa Wijeratne played a sedate innings. They consolidated right down there in the middle, shots all over the ground, some lucky runs as well for Aryan Bisht, but this 6 probably showing that he's a player of class. Afreed Katie then makes a comeback by getting Aryan Bisht out. But what actually does is it makes Ferrisco Adams come out and bat like a champion. Scoring runs all over the ground, some towering 6s, especially this one out of the ground onto the football pitch on the other side of the road, not Oman Cricket Academy. And then this commanding shot of Samay Srivastava towards over cover. Munis Ansari got a little bit of treatment as well, but then also got the wicket of Vishwa Wijeratne, who was looking to score a few more after scoring his half century. Then Usman Ali hitting that 6 towards the end of the innings, making sure that they end this Majis Titans innings with a commanding total, asking them and making a strong statement. So that's it. That's all we have from the first innings at the Oman Cricket Academy. Oman D20 is as exciting as ever. Do stay tuned. We've got that exciting run chase by the Muscat Thunderers coming right up.
ball. Edged away. Yes, it is. that one well. Catches the ball straight in. Beautiful ball. Edge the way. Yes, it is.
Good afternoon and once again welcome back to this beautiful venue, Oman Cricket Academy, and the weather has been quite amazing today. It was drizzling in the day, early in the morning, and some relief for the players. It's day 2 and match number 4. Majis Titans batting first. They had their own problems at the top. Abbas, Amir Kaleem, Gihan not contributing much with the bat, but Vishwa, what a knock. A brilliant 51 in just 38 balls. Wasim Ali, the new entry in Majis Titans, yet again making a difference with the bat. 22 in quick time. Aryan Bish, the youngster, 31, and Ferrisco, what a knock, and what a maximum we have witnessed from the blade of Adams. 38, unbeaten in just 14, and Usman Ali, 7, contributing with the bat. 12 extras given away by the bowling unit of Muscat Thunderers. 172 for the loss of 6. A competitive total on board posted by Majis Titans. And let's have a look at the bowling card of Muscat Thunderers. 3 wickets for the experienced Munus Ansari, yet again among the wickets, and what an economy. 4.75, just 19 runs. Afrit Katie, the youngster, bit expensive, couple of wickets to him. A wicket for Sandeep Gaur, who bowled quite economically, but the likes of Siddharth Bukapatnam and Samay Srivastava going for runs. So it's 172 on board. Plenty of hard work needs to be done by the top order batters of Muscat Thunderers to go beyond 172. To talk a lot more about this game and about the weather, joining me is Mr. Jamil Zaidi. Very good afternoon, Jamil bhai, and tell us about the batting of Majis Titans, completely different side.
Thank you very much. First, all credit to the weather. Brilliant weather, full cloudy, wind is blowing across, of course. Relief for the batters. Early part of the game for the Titans were not very good. Couple of wickets and brilliant bowling from Munis Ansari. In their first power play, they were about 4 wicket down, and later on it was Wasim Ali who came, changed the complexion of the game with his brilliant hitting, along with them Vishwa, and then finally it was Arjan Bish who came in. So the first delivery. Once again, the usual Jatinder Sahil coming down the wicket, playing back to the offside. And then it was Vishwa who did brilliantly, got his 51. And then finally it was the heavy shoulder-handed Mr. Ferrisco Adams who really did maximum 3, maximum 1 was gone out of the ground and crossed the fence also. So a very good total to defend for Titans.
A slip in position, power-packed offside field. Hemal Tandel, who bowled quite well on day 1. Oh, look at that. Some extra bounce and movement. And opening the arms. Tandel not happy. A wide has been called. So that's the start for Muscat Thunderers. Runs on board.
Yeah, of course, yes, coming down, Jatinder, and then it was going outside the off stump. And umpires declared it's a wide. But Thunders has to do a lot of work to do today. A very decent total on the board for them to chase. With Jatinder in absolutely brilliant form. But all the teams are not in very much, practice sessions because this tournament has gone a bit earlier. Coming down the wicket once again, beaten outside the off stump. He is doing too early, but trying to get some pressure off.
Well, they're chasing 172. The wicket is behaving completely different, as we have witnessed yesterday, especially the day games. It was a low-scoring games. But all of a sudden, change in weather, change in the behavior of the surface, and the batters, for sure, they'll have a good outing on this track.
Played it out once again, go for the single. And once again, there was a wide throw. So instead of 1, they got 2 runs. In the morning, when the match was started, it was a bit humid. But maximum advantage taken by the bowlers of Thunderers, especially Muniz Ansari and Afreed Katie. They were bowling with slow deliveries, making the batters different to play on. And once the batter was settled, the things would go away from the hands of Thunderers through the bats of Aryan Bisht, Vishwa and Wasim Ali.
Nicely managed over the point. Couple of runs on offer for Jatinder Singh and for Muscat Thunderers, but good recovery by the fielder, settled for just a single. Last season we have seen the struggle of Majis Titans, but this season they came up with a plan. They made quite a few changes, new entry in the side, the likes of Wasim Ali. The very first game for Majis Titans, he had that impact with the bat, scoring a brilliant 50. The likes of Adams, who came all the way from South Africa, Usman Ali, another new entry. A few changes and they look like to be a good side now.
Jian was also there. He played well today, but unfortunately it was a brilliant delivery from Afreed. He was bowled. But later on, just all the batters from Titans who really did a remarkable job, recovered the team which is struggling at the moment, got a very, very good, decent total on the board.
Driven nicely, but straight towards the fielder. Lush green outfield. Beautiful venue. Surrounded by the mountains. It's day 2 of Oman D20 2025. Majis Titans, they had an excellent start to the tournament. And Amir Kaleem and his troop, they would be looking to continue that good form. It won't be easy. They are up against a Thunderers, an experienced Muscat Thunderers. Oh, peach of a delivery. Bowling with the seam. Some movement. Inviting the batter on the front foot. An excellent over from Tandel comes to an end. 1 done, 4 for none. So it will be Abid from Oman Talent. The left arm quick is up against Jatinder Singh. Sticking to the top stick line. Good captaincy, I would say, keeping in mind wind blowing across the ground. With the new ball, early movement. Amir Kaleem himself positioned in the slip and attacking field.
When you have a decent total on the board, you had to attack right from the first ball. And that's what Amir Kaleem is doing. He knows that 172 is a tough total for Thunderers. But of course, if they put pressure on the batters to get them some early wickets for Titans. Once again, coming down the wicket, took the outer edge of the bat. But only managed to get 2 runs. But I think right way Jatinder is doing, trying to take the pressure off from the bowlers.
Using the feet and chasing 172, and Jatinder knows the importance of the power play. He would like to accumulate as many runs as possible. Typical Jatinder Singh, using the feet and trying to go over the offside.
But one thing is there, Jatinder is the mainstay of the Thunderers. So he is captain also, so he has to with a lot of responsibility. Played it out nicely, straight to mid-off. As long as he will be there on the wicket, things looks to be good for Thunderers.
team game and such an important tournament, Oman D20. Excellent field setup. The mid-off is a bit straight towards the wicket. Usually against the left arm quickie, the captain positioned the fielders a bit wide towards the extra cover, but keeping in mind Jatinder loves to play straight and he's making sure to cover all those gaps towards that offside. Excellent captaincy by Amir Kaleem.
He's an experienced player, you know, playing cricket for so long for Oman, knows the things well, how Jatinder is playing. But credit goes to the bowlers as well. This time he pulled it up beautifully towards the mid-wicket. The first boundary for Thunderers. As we're talking about him, he stay on the wicket, things will be coming good for Thunderers.
This is much better. He tried to go towards that off-stick channel earlier, but now adjusted well. Look at that. Shuffling towards that off-stick channel, positioned well on the back foot, and what a strike. One bounce, 4 runs. With every delivery, Amir Kaleem is making sure to make those changes, quick changes on the field. Oh, it's not happening for Abid. Overstepping, a no ball has been called. So advantage Jatinder, advantage Thunderers.
Yeah, of course, yes. Bonus for them to get maximum out of the delivery. Free delivery, free hit delivery for them.
The right time, the season opener Oman D20, keeping in mind Asia Cup around the corner. It's a very good opportunity for the players to get into the national side and be part of that Asia Cup squad. Score heavy runs, take plenty of wickets, perform. Definitely you can knock the door and you can get an opportunity to represent national side at a higher level. It will be a dream come true for all the players playing against India and Pakistan.
Perfect time to get maximum practice for the Asian coming game being in Dubai now. This time we'll play it in Dubai. End of over number 2, it is 11 for no wicket.
Two overs, 11 on board, 10 wickets in hand. Ashish Odedra targeting that deep mid wicket. Couple of runs. Steady start. 2 overs, 11 on board. Now with these couple of runs, the score moving to 13. A lot depends on Jatinder Singh. For Muscat Thunderers, the captain, he needs to score big. As we have seen in D50, what a tournament he had with the bat. Couple of hundreds, one big double hundred. And he was the player of the series.
Not on that, he scored a couple of centuries in WCL 2 as well in the last season. Trying to play it out towards midfield there, and it's going to be 4 runs again for Thunderers. So good over starting.
What it does is it will release the pressure from Jatinder Singh. Ashish Odedra taking the charge here. Just manages to keep it away from the reach of young Bisht. Valiant effort. Good looking shot coming under the ball and exploiting those gaps. So 6 runs so far in this over. Inside out towards that extra cover region. You need to take the advantage, and rightly he's doing so. Ashish Odedra. Just a couple of fielders outside 30-yard circle. Utilize, maximize the first 6 overs.
For right thing, of course, you are chasing a total of 172. You have to give a very good start. And I think that's what both the Jatinder and Ashish are looking for. And so far they have been succeeded in getting the runs they required at the moment. Once again, picks the gap beautifully towards the extra cover. The fielder is chasing the ball. No. Meanwhile, they crossed over for the cuttle. Good running between the wickets, between Ashish and Jatendra. Going back to the Titans innings in the first morning, they lost a couple of wickets in the early part of the game, but later on they pick up the game through Wasim Ali, Vishwa, Aryan Bish, then finally it was Ferrisco who did the damage to the Thunderous bowlers and managed to get 172 on the board. This time had it into the air. And 2 fielders are after it. Once again, 2 valuable runs have been scored, and she's doing the right thing, attacking to the bowlers, not letting them come onto the batters. Good technique, good going for them in the first couple of overs. Hemal is the bowler who is getting hammered by the Ashish Odedra. This time push it out, go for the quick single. That is brilliant running between the wicket by these two, Ashish and Jatinder. End of over number 3. It is 24 for no wicket for Thunderers. So very good over for Thunderers' last one. 24 for no wicket. Ashish is doing the right thing, attacking the bowlers to take the pressure off. Things looks good at the moment for the Thunderers, chasing a total 170. They are quite good. 24 of 3 overs.
Way outside the off stump, but that initial movement from Ashish Odedra not helping the cause. I like the way the teams came into this tournament. They came well prepared. They made the right selection. I'm impressed the way Majis Titans management, they made the changes. Now the things are going in their favor.
Once again, outside the off stump. Second delivery going wayward outside the off stump. Time for the bowlers now to bowl into the wickets, getting the batters not to come on to them. The first two overs were good, but later on the momentum has gone from the hands of both the bowlers, Abid and the other one.
Especially with the windy conditions, the cloudy weather, you need to exploit these conditions with the new ball. This is much better. Try come into the right hand batter with that wind coming in. You'll get an extra movement. You can surprise the batter. The best thing for Majis Titans is they need to get wickets. You just cannot keep on bowling those dot balls, because once these two get settled in, it will be really difficult for Titans. These two batters are quality batters, and you can see Oman national flag and Oman Cricket Academy flag fluttering. What an excellent weather.
Absolutely. I think after a couple of months we have seen such a nice weather. Though clouds were there, but no wind. But today the wind is also blowing across nicely. Time plays it out from the flat of the bat towards the third man boundary for the singles. The bowler, left-arm bowlers is bowling from Oman tail end. They had to, slanting down towards the outside the off stump for the right-handed bat. But there is no slip. If they bowl across the ground, across the wicket to the left-hander and the right-hander, it will be possible for them to get an edge to the wicket-keeper or a fielder pointing at the point.
Placing towards the deep mid wicket, running hard. This is excellent running by Jatinder and Ashish Odedra. This is much better, because the strong zone for Jatinder against the fast bowlers is that he loves to play towards that extra cover region and towards that offside. But now he's adjusting himself to get those runs. Much better playing as per the conditions, and rightly said by you, if the bowler, if they can keep it away, but for that you need to have one fielder toward that point position, backward point, especially for Jatinder, who loves to open his bat and play in the air. Big wild swing, change of pace, nicely done.
This is what actually bowler has to do, try to vary their bowling, and this was a good delivery. He knows that Jatinder is trying to hit him hard over the mid-off or mid-on. Bowled slightly slower one this time, beating Jatinder outside the off stump. But so far they have succeeded in Jatinder not to play onto the off side. He's played most of the shot towards the mid-wicket or the mid-on region.
Poor delivery. Look at that shot. Brilliant placement. Traveling like a bullet. 4 runs to end the over number 4. Thunderous are off to a good start. 32 on board, 10 wickets in hand.
Change of bowling from the Oman LNG, and it is Ubaid, the experienced one. And he's going to go to Ashish Odedra. Coming down the wickets, placed down towards the mid-on, wider mid-on, and they quickly for 2 runs, running between the wicket between Jatinder and Ashish Mudassir is absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, yesterday in the first game, they had some problem, especially Ashish Odedra is a bit slow between the wickets, but today good to see they came out with a positive frame of mind. Not only they are able to get those boundaries, but also making sure to keep the scoreboard moving by taking those singles and converting those singles into doubles. He's not a big hitter, Ashish Odedra, but he's a good timer of the ball.
This time pulled it away, couldn't get time on it. And it's being
Sharp bouncer from Ubaid, hitting the helmet of Ashish Odedra. The first change, Ubaidullah straight away hitting the deck hard. It's mandatory now whenever the ball hits the above your shoulder, you need to have that concussion test. It's good to see someone like Ubaidullah with that medium gentle run up, surprising Ashish Odedra with that lethal bouncer.
He's a very experienced bowler, Ubaid. I think knows how to bowl, and under the conditions in which they have been put in right now, they do have upper hand, scoring 172. But of course, you cannot be lenient at this moment. Both Ashish and Jatinder is doing well for their team, going according to the run rate required. And now for him to try to contain both of them, goes for the singles and doubles will definitely, of course, a good omen for them to stop them.
The search continue for the first breakthrough for Majis Titans.
Field changes. Gully has been brought in. Once again, try to push it down. He's coming down and try to play 10 short of, but could it succeeded in that one?
There was an opportunity. It was shaping up to go towards that leg side, but it's straight towards the bowler. An opportunity gone begging. Just could not latch onto it, Ubaidullah. Run a ball 15, a rare sight for Jatinder batting the strike rate of 100. Excellent change of pace. He's testing both the batters. The length and the variations are brilliant in this over.
Absolutely, yes. He's an experienced bowler. And of course, the conditions at the moment favoring to the bowlers as well, depending upon the bowlers how to exploit those conditions for themselves. And Ubaidullah is doing the right thing. Variations in his speed.
Inside out. Lofted over mid off. One bounce, 4 runs. Excellent shot.
Well, this is what Jatinder is known for, coming down the wickets. He knows that nobody is there at the deep mid-off and played it out nicely, coming down right from the middle of the bat over the mid-off boundary for 4. Welcome boundary for Thunderers.
Good use of the feet, Jamil bhai. He's not expressed with the pace. He expected this ball, the previous ball, to be a fuller. That is the reason he just came a couple of steps down the track and lofted over that mid-off. Cut nicely into the gap. Back-to-back boundaries. Now he's looking dangerous.
Fierce cut. Ball was lifting outside the off stump and Jatinder with full flow of the bat make it over the cover point boundary 4 runs. 43 for no wicket.
Again using the feet. Those strong wrists manages to clear the field inside the 30-yard circle. An excellent over for Muscat Thunderers. They are on a roll here. 5 overs done. 43 for none.
Another change. It's the left arm spinner Usman Ali has brought in. And immediately 1 run has been taken. Usman Ali, a very, very useful orthodox left arm spinner.
And if you remember, the previous season he was a part of Royal Oman Stallions. So another great pick. Good pick by Majis Titans. Oh, what a delivery, what a take. He lost his balance. Jatinder Singh, they are convinced. But we are going upstairs.
Well, he came too early. Clever bowling from Usman Ali. He saw that Jatinder is coming down. He make a slightly quicker one. He was way, way outside the crease. But we'll have to see what the third umpire says about it. It's quite close.
Now look at this delivery. Ball just keeping a bit low. And the wicketkeeper adjusted quite well. There you go. It was going down the leg. Ball just keeping a bit low. Great reflexes by the wicketkeeper. And both the keeper and the batter, they did a pretty good job. Look at Jatinder Singh. In time, I think he recovers quite well.
Yeah, that's the looks from here. That's what the umpire's decision will be. Good work done by the wicketkeeper, but of course Jatinder, good reflexes, came back quickly. That third umpire might try to be more accurate. It's a touch and go situation. We'll have to wait till the decisions to be made by the third umpire. Slight to be tough one. We'll have to look whether his foot was grounded. So, no damage done. Usman Ali, very clever bowler. He saw that Jatinder is coming down. He made a bit quicker, the ball gap low as well.
Smart and cunning bowler Usman Ali. He has a vast of experience. Good take, good take. The wicketkeeper has been kept busy by the bowlers of Majis Titans.
Down the wicket once again. Pick the gap nicely. And it's going to be boundary.
No maximum so far, but the runs are coming in the shape of boundaries here for Thunderers. It's the captain Jatinder Singh. Typical Jatinder Singh. Making a room. Nicely managed. He's not trying to hit it hard. That is the reason he's always in control. Couple of deliveries ago, when he tried to hit it hard, he just lost the control there. Luckily, he's still out there in the middle. An excellent timing from Jatinder on the previous delivery to fetch that boundary. Got a boundary. Now it's time to rotate the strike with that single. 50 comes up for Thunderers. Brilliant start. The foundation is now being laid by Ashish and Jatinder.
Yes, definitely. And they will try to take it as long as they can to ease the pressure for the upcoming batters to come. And this time it was Ashish who tried to heave it over the mid-wicket boundary. Missed it. Well, I think the time for him to give maximum support to Jatinder to go for the runs.
Yes and no. Thought of a single. Jatinder is not interested. It's a good comeback by Usman Ali. In command is Muscat Thunderers. At the end of power play is 50 for no loss.
Very good going for Muscat Thunderers. 6 overs, 50 runs. They are on target. Amin will join me for a couple of overs. Amin, welcome.
Very good afternoon, Jamil Sab. And Jatinder and Ashish Odedra persisting for the Muscat Thunders. Works it away towards the onside for a single. The running between the wickets has been flawless. Just like that, you've seen, instead of a single, realizing the opportunity to convert that into a two. And Jatinder Singh is on his way. He's always a very busy batter out there in the middle, isn't he?
Well, I think at this couple of doubles, say around 10, I have counted approximately 10 runs has been scored double by these two with quick running between the wickets. And that is, you know, when you have playing international cricket, you know those things, and both of them are international players, understand each other.
Works it away once again towards that mid-wicket region, milking the field right now for singles and doubles, and they will only realize it towards the end of the innings when they understand that, yes, of course, this does need to form a good bulk of the total runs scored. Yes, D20 cricket is all about blockbuster boundaries and sixes, scoring runs freely, the attractive shots, the big shots, the glamour. But then at the same time, anybody who plays good cricket, accumulates the singles and the doubles, looks to get their eye in, will always reap success, will reap the benefits of it. We've seen that in the first innings by the Majis Titans themselves.
This time played it out. Overseas bowler sat, going for the boundary. Brilliant knock from the batter. Hamid Kalim has to stop those singles and doubles. I mean, to be honest with you, that area is not looks to be comfortable. Look at that brilliant shot.
Yes, of course, getting to the pitch of the ball and freely hitting it across the line, but then the direction of the shot was quite accurate, as straight as an arrow, understanding that Amir Kaleem is looking to stop boundaries and realizing that the gap between long on and long off is far too wide, and a comfortable boundary comes as a result of it. Ubaidullah will have to correct himself. This time again, full delivery, little bit of change in pace, so good comeback by Ubaidullah, but I think he's gone for far too many runs in this over.
Yes. Well, I think he has to plug the gaps which are being very visible for the batters from Amir Kaleem's point of view, being the captain. They can take easily, they are taking the singles intervals at their will. Ubaid, though he bowled well in the last over, but this over was not according to the...
Punts it down the ground just for a single, so that's where Muscat Thunderers are really good. They've got a good cricketing brain, both these two batters. They know how to work the field for singles and doubles, keep the scoreboard ticking, and eventually reach that target. 173 is what Majis Titans are asking them to get, and there is still some work left in this innings to be done. At the moment, striking a tad bit lower than 9 runs and over, but that should be sufficient.
Yeah, definitely, yes. The only good thing is that they're not losing singles and doubles, which is very, very important for any batter to go on for. This time played it out nicely towards tip it off for the single. End of a good over once again for Thunderers. 59 for no wicket, 7 overs gone. Usman Ali will continue to bowl, a very, very brilliant left-arm spinner. He has bowled good first over.
Works it away towards the onside for a single, and yes, that first over was quite impressive. He managed to outfox Jatinder Singh on one occasion. A stumping chance gone begging. He made it back just in time, but certainly these are positive signs for a bowler of the stature of Usman Ali. So he knows that he's getting some assistance off the surface. Wide. Straying down the leg side.
Wide ball from a spinner is not acceptable, isn't it?
It doesn't matter for the team batting at that moment. They'll take runs in any form. It's like a gift. No extras are acceptable, as a matter of fact. You'd always want to bowl accurate. You'll always want to keep things neat and tidy. The extras column should be kept minimal, because otherwise it just adds. Big shot, charging down the track. Jatinder Singh realizing that it's time to shift gears here, and he gets that for a maximum over the electronic scoreboard towards long on. What a brilliant result here in this over.
Absolutely brilliant. He's coming back to his supreme form. Look at that one coming down the wicket. Picks nicely over the long on boundary towards the scoreboard. 6 run maximum.
Yeah, certainly read the line and length of that ball far too early in anticipation of that loose delivery. Knew that Usman Ali is trying to keep it out of his hitting arc, but what he does is he negates that by just coming to the pitch of the ball, charging down the track and hitting it powerfully. They're waiting for the ball to come. That would be the second time something related to the ball has to be considered. But yeah, I think order restored. Aryan Bisht was expecting a catch from the support staff of the ground, but I think what he's done is he just hit it on the fence. Right then, the ball's back. He'll have a quick check whether any excessive damage on that piece of leather, and order will be restored. Usman Ali, what can he do here? Is he getting a little bit of assistance from that pitch? Can he get turn and bounce, some sort of trajectory outside the off stump?
Let us see. This time, once again, played it out in his usual way by Jatinder, straight to the fielder. And that was a nice pick-up from Jatinder. Came a bit early, read the ball finally, and sprint it out towards the maximum.
No.
Once again, open the face of the bat, straight to the fielder.
One more delivery remaining in this 8th over. Usman Ali, his first over and the second over, two contrasts.
Here we
Works
go.
it away down the ground towards long gone for a single. And this is sensible cricket from Muscat Thunderers, both Ashish as well as Jatinder. Switching gears and at the same time keeping composure. 8 overs gone, 69 for the loss of no wickets, Muscat Thunderers.
Change.
8 overs gone, 69 for the loss of no wickets, Muscat Thunderers. And in comes Amir Kaleem, the captain of Majis Titans, deciding to take matters into his own hands. Not seen him bowl much so far in this tournament. And now he decides it's the right time because the two experienced batters out there for Muscat Thunderers, Ashish and Jatinder, are looking to dominate here. Joining me in the commentary box is also another experienced brother, Mudassir Ali Qureshi.
Very good afternoon, Amin. What a chase we are witnessing. 173 is needed for Muscat Thunderers to register the second win in this tournament. An excellent foundation has been laid by Jatinder and Ashish.
Switch hit and effective as well. Jatinder Singh is looking to score in multiples here, making sure that he covered the line of the ball by Amir Kaleem and then making sure he gets the ball onto the bat nice and in middle, resulting in a boundary. So these are good runs here for the captain.
And he's one of the few players in the world, I would say, who has a good ratio when it comes to that reverse switch hit. He always makes sure to have that proper connection, and it comes with a lot of practice. Great execution by Jatinder Singh.
And just like that, there's also a rotation of strikes. So very, very effective over straight away. You've got singles, you've got that boundary also fetched, and now another single. So the scoreboard just does not stop. It just keeps on going on and on and on and adds up to the pressure of the Majis Titans. Big shout, big shout. Amir Kaleem is livid here. He's asking for the umpire to raise his finger. He's demanding it rather. Umpire Zaman Qureshi not interested.
I do understand the frustration of Amir Kaleem because there was not much turn. But the on-field umpire Qureshi, he thinks the ball was just going down the leg. He came across the line, Ashish Odedra, slow in the air, dejected is Amir Kaleem.
Works it away towards the onside, beats the fielder. It's going to be a long chase for Abid. However, it's a long way down to fetch that rope, but in the process, what they're going to do is they're going to get a couple of runs to their name. So effective over on nearly 9 runs of that first over by Amir Kaleem coming to an end. 9 gone, 78 for none. 9 gone, 78 for the loss of no wickets, Muscat Thunderers. And as of now, the men in blue or the men in purple, whichever way you put it, are on cruise control mode. In comes Wasim Ali for the very first time this D20 in this edition. And he's not had a lot to bowl, but he's got a lot to do with the bat. And he's been absolutely impressive. Can he deliver with the ball? Can he provide that much needed breakthrough? Wasim Ali looking to come down the wicket and then finally correcting himself. Jatinder decides against going for a flashy shot. Only a single.
I mean, early in the day, you had a closer look at the wicket, and talking about the wicket, this is what happened in the previous over. Now look at that. Great, good decision. Though he came across the line, but clearly with that angle, the ball was going down the leg.
Yes, absolutely. He was livid there. Amar Kaleem nearly demanding that to be given out, but better sense prevails. And of course, the quality of the umpires are on full display here in Oman D20, powered by Fancode. Yes, of course, just a look at the wicket. Wide. And we did understand that, of course, there are comfortable conditions here. Last morning, it was hot, it was humid. The batters under that heavy gear with the pads and the helmets on were not very comfortable and not getting settled out there in the middle. Crunching drive. However, there is a fielder, only a single. Even the bowlers and the fielder were feeling the heat of it, but then because they are in a more open environment, they were managing to pick up those crucial wickets and quick wickets in succession. The scoring rate was not very fluent, and now you see in the morning game, heavy cloud cover. Another single towards long off. A little bit of drizzle and kinds of puts both the batting and bowling teams at par. As of now, what we've witnessed is 172 in the first innings with Muscat Thunderers now looking to take charge. No ball called by the umpire. Jatinder Singh with another reverse switch hit. Whatever shot that you would call it. Gets a couple of runs or gets a couple of runs to himself. So free hit here from Wasim Ali.
So with that 450 comes up for Jatinder Singh. Look at that. Oh, that too as a spinner. It's a crime to overstep. Fetching that boundary, Jatinder Singh moves to 50. And now shaping up to go towards that leg side region. What a knock. A controlled aggression. We have witnessed a well-paced knock from Jatinder Singh. Still, a lot of hard work needs to be done.
Yes, absolutely. Very subdued celebration there from Jatinder Singh. Not too much showmanship, because he knows that the job is half done. Shot down the ground. The fielder, Aryan Bisht, will cover that. End of the 10th over at the halfway stage. Muscat Thunderers are cruising right now on 88 for the loss of no wickets. Right then, at the halfway stage, Majis Titans versus Muscat Thunder. This is match number 4, and after that commanding first innings, where you thought Majis Titans could not manage to get to a high score, managed to get 172, but in response, the Thunderers are on 88 for no loss. Look at that bowling scorecard. At the moment, looking hapless. Everyone going for runs. Hemal Tandale, 2 overs, 17, and Abid Khan, 2 overs, 15. Ubaidullah 2 overs 19. Usman Ali also going for runs in that second over of his, 2 overs 17. So they'll want to improve on that. They've got a decent score up on board, and any breakthrough from here onwards will ensure that they can claw back into the game. It's still at a halfway stage. Every dot ball will only see the required run rate rising multifold. Amir Kaleem to start proceedings after the drinks break. He's just had that 1 over, still went for a few runs. He might want to keep it tight. Plays the sweep, Ashish Odedra. Only going to be a single, but this is what has been the highlight of the day, including the Majis Titans innings, and now you're seeing a masterclass from the Muscat Thunderers.
Oh, absolutely. They came out with a plan and they are executing that plan quite well here. Good use of the feet, inside out, but there's a protection. Weather has been kind. Clouds hovering over Oman Cricket Academy and looking dashing in white t-shirt and blue jeans with those, what do we call, fluorescent glares, the color which you are wearing now.
You're not the first person to ask me the color of my glasses. We'll leave it open to imagination. Let's just say inspired by the captain of the Muscat Thunderers, who wears similar color of shades as well. Once again, that switch hit comes into play. This time, Majis Titans have some protection out there in anticipation of those sort of shots. Wasim Ali, one of the better fielders in that outfield, taking a shy at the stumps.
He's having a good time. So is my co-commentator. Is blushing in the comment box. I'm not sure what's so special about today. Something has brings that big smile on his face. What's so special, I mean?
We've got good weather, and in anticipation of some good food during the lunch break, and I think that's what keeps one happy. Big shot here. Jatinder Singh is in command here, in total command. This was a masterful stroke coming down to the pitch of the delivery, taking on the likes of Amir Kaleem, who has plenty of experience. But what is very important is the juncture at which the shot has come into action.
The king has arrived here at Oman Cricket Academy, dictating the terms. He has taken on the experienced Amir Kaleem. What a hit, going down on one knee, and a maximum. They are in control of this chase. 173 is needed for Muscat Thunderers.
That it's also the end of the over, so now there is sufficient evidence here making them want to think that yes, of course, their approach is calculative and is working. Ashish Odedra now wants to get into the act. Both the batters here are striking the ball clean. They've got their eye in, and from here onwards, if there's nothing special from the Majis Titan bowlers, it's going to be very difficult to pull this match back.
And look at the way he shaped this innings, Jatinder Singh. One more time, inside out, away from the diving fielder, 1 bounce, 4 runs, exploiting those gaps at his will.
With that, it just goes on to show the kind of command that Jatinder Singh has at the moment, the peak form, the peak performance, and the attitude that Jatinder Singh is in at the moment, which is only good for Oman cricket. He's willing to take those risks. He knows the placement of the fielders, and no diving fielder is in the mood to stop those flurry of boundaries here. A boundary on the very second delivery of Wasim Ali, and make sure that the 100 is also up for Muscat Thunderers. This time towards the leg side. It's still aerial and the ball is still going up as it crosses the boundary ropes. Another maximum here. Expensive over for Wasim Ali. It's only his second and he's already leaked 21 runs.
He's in a hurry now, shifting the gates at the right time. The first one towards that mid-off region, now towards that corner. Much better result. Maximum. What a connection. Strong bottom hand player Jatinder Singh, the captain of Muscat Thunderers, getting those runs in quick time. At one stage he was run a ball, 15 balls, 15 runs. Next 26 balls, he has got almost 46 runs.
Works it away towards the offside for a single. This is sensible cricket. 70 of 42 deliveries, and yes, of course, that acceleration is key here for Muscat Thunderers at the right time. It's come at the right time. Now Ashish Odedra also will be looking to get a move along. It gives him the license to go for the risky shots, to back himself, to hit those sixes and fours. Big appeal to Wasim Ali. Too close to cut. Misses it. However, no damage done.
The same surface where we have witnessed low-scoring games yesterday, but now the behavior of the wicket has completely changed. It's a batting paradise. What an effort from the fast bowler. Full and dive, certainly saving some runs, but an expensive over from Wasim Ali comes to an end. The going has been great for Muscat Thunderers. 12 overs done, 112 for none.
Twelve overs gone and Ferrisco Adams is into the attack. Can he turn things around the way he has done it with the bat? Full delivery, straying down the leg side, but dealt with severely by Jatinder Singh. And all of a sudden, all the shots have that attacking flavor from Jatinder Singh. Ashish Odedra too now needs to be into the act. And because of the way Jatinder Singh has been striking the ball, things are looking very, very positive for Ashish Odedra as well. Now, all of a sudden, even the 33 ball 35 seems like a very good supportive innings. Full delivery once again. Played a similar shot towards the leg side, only for a single.
You rightly said, I mean, he started off really well, but yet again, when he saw his captain switching the gaze, he went into his own shell, providing that much needed support, rotating the strike. This is how you get the runs for your team. This is how you build a partnership. Your partner is getting those runs, quick runs. All you need to do is rotate the strike.
Full delivery, played straight back to the bowler. And what's really impressive is, at no point of the innings so far have Muscat Thunderers actually looked struggling to get the run rate, to reach the required run rate. Even now, as a matter of fact, 114 at this stage, even if they're going at a shade above 8.5 runs and over, they still are very well in control in that mode to reach that target of 173.
Can he provide a breakthrough here? Ferrisco. Bowl for bowling those Yorkers at will. Adams, early days here at Oman Cricket Academy for Ferrisco Adams. But he showed his power in the first inning.
Yes, absolutely. It was a delight to watch that innings. A 14 ball, 38, and I believe those were some excellent shots here. Good delivery here as well. Looking to keep it nice and tight. Making sure that the batter does not get underneath it, does not act too cute. and score some extra runs. Tries to nail that Yorker in, only manages it to bowl a full delivery for a single. Is there still enough time for the Majis Titans to pull things back here?
Oh, why not? Still 58 runs needed. All they need is 1 or 2 good overs. Get a couple of wickets, especially get rid of Jatinder Singh. But as of now, it has been a one-way traffic.
Full toss and dealt with severely. Not many are going to miss shots like that, and certainly not Jatinder Singh. As many as 6 runs have been scored off that shot, and a very, very sedate over from Ferrisco Adams now ends up being a mediocre one after that last ball 6.
Oh, what a hit. Slight error and a maximum. Marching towards that 173 thanks to Jatinder Singh. Yet again using those wrist. I really don't understand why the fielder came in fact couple of yards in, or else it could have been an opportunity at the boundary line. Nonetheless, 13 overs gone, 121 for no loss.
It's going to be Usman Ali now continuing, coming in for his 3rd over. Darts the ball into the right-hander, and Ashish Odedra, as sedate as ever, as calculative as ever, just wants to rotate strike and provide majority or the bulk of the scoring opportunities to Jatinder Singh, who's sitting pretty on 77 of 44. He's going to be eyeing that triple figures. Ooh. Quietly outfoxing Jatinder Singh, who was willing to charge down the track, make room for himself and play it inside out. Joining me in the com box is Pranav Mehta. What do you make of this approach of Muscat Thunderers at the moment?
I'm going to be testing Jinx. 100 on offer for Jatinder. Dealing in boundaries and dealing at boundaries at will. Walking into the com box, and what a shot to witness first up.
Yes, absolutely. Right from the meat of the bat, and you know that the batter is in form and is in sublime touch when you know that any kind of shot that he attempts comes from the middle of the bat. Backing himself to score those extra runs, to score those boundaries, to ease that scoring rate pressure. Have a look at that. Not a very bad delivery. Yes, of course, throwing down the leg side, but that was enough for Jatinder Singh to make sure that he goes aerial, clearing that infield.
Dealing with the middle of the bat on every ball that he plays. That's a sign of a man in form. And this form has continued for probably around a year now. And that's a blessing, a big, big blessing for the Oman cricket. What a player, Jatinder Singh.
This time Ashish Odedra thumps it towards the onside for a single. What do you make of Ashish Odedra's innings? 38 of 38. Yes, of course, it doesn't look as pretty as what Jatinder Singh is doing at the moment, but then he's played that solid supporting role, giving no chance, absolutely no chance to Majis Titans to get back in the game.
He's just providing the support, and that's exactly what is required, because Jatinder Singh is in the mood here. The Singh is the king, and the king owns this ground here. He's making a merry, and he's making Majis Titans look very, very ordinary.
Yes, once again that switch hit coming into action, this time getting far more elevation than his previous attempts. But the result is what that matters. On 88, Muscat Thunderers are now in cruise control mode. Jatinder Singh looking good.
If only pressure had a grading. This is premium pressure at the premium level. full toss and just doing what Ashish Odedra does best, staying there as a wall, making sure that there is no chinks in the armor of Muscat Thunderers.
It certainly looks like an attractive innings from Jatinder Singh, but make no mistake, Ashish Odedra is an integral part of this entire effort by Muscat Thunderers. Ferrisco Adams bowled a brilliant over, and then that last ball went for 6. And the only reason why that over looked ordinary were the singles that were gotten in the earlier deliveries. This time, once again, trying to sweep that ball, and look at the running between the wickets. Make no mistake, both of these are nearly 15 to 16 overs old in this innings. Jatinder Singh has played nearly 50 deliveries, but he's running that second run as hard as his first. Some good running between the wickets, good addition, sitting on 90 now, Jatinder Singh. Ferrisco Adams, where is he bowling now? Where is he bowling to Jatinder Singh? Will he look to keep it out of his arc? No, he's not. It's a full toss and dealt with severely by Jatinder Singh. Another maximum. Picked it up from his pads, and some exercise here for the umpires, because now it's too much or too late, too little for Majis Titans to stop the onslaught here from Jatinder Singh.
Might have not looked in control, but everything that Jatinder touches, and it turns to gold. And that's the kind of form that Jatinder Singh has been in, calling for those 3-digit figures. 96 at the moment, 50 deliveries to get there. A strike rate just around 200. What a player. 143, 14.3.
This time drives it down the ground for only a single. And that is what has made this innings so effective. Not too shy, because they do understand that even a single is a scoring shot, and he'll keep the scoreboard ticking. At one point in time, it did seem that they were struggling and they were looking to get their eye in, but they backed themselves, especially Jatinder Singh, who backed himself to take the onus on himself.
And what this does is, this looks the Majis Titans top order even more vulnerable, more weak than what it is. Because an effort like this can just showcases what a performance from the top order can do to the team. 173 on the board. We thought it's a mighty 173 from Majis Titans. And at the moment, Muscat Thunderers making it look very mediocre, very ordinary.
Certainly a good toss to win. Majis Titans winning the toss and electing to bat. And of course, it was a wonderful deck to bat on. 173 is bearing witness to this. This time he drives it down the ground. Fielder available, so he'll be happy with that single, taking Jatinder Singh on 98 of 52. End of the 15th over. 146 for none, Muscat Thunderers.
What an incredible performance from Jatinder Singh. Standing on 98 of 52 deliveries. 8 boundaries and 6 maximums. Abid has been brought back into the attack, feeling the pressure, feeling the heat. Majis Titans here.
Works it away towards the offside, just for a single. Deft touch, but I think this was too close for comfort. Yes, of course, they have the luxury of taking a few risks now, because that scoring rate is out of the equation. They're looking very much in control and on their way to reaching that 173 target. Jatinder Singh on 99, Ashish Odedra 40 on 40. Two contrasting innings here.
It's a game of fire and ice. If Jatinder Singh is the fire, it is Ashish Odedra who's been the ice. He's played that calming effect on Jatinder Singh. It's a very relaxing effect once you know that the other side is in control and is just going to be staying there with you.
Big shot down the ground. The fielder is inside the circle. So finally a boundary from Ashish Odedra to break the shackles. However, it did seem like a very, very good shot. Ashish Odedra is on 44 and Muscat Thunderers are well in command of this run chase.
150 is up. Ashish Odedra, the monk, showcasing that he can lift the weapons as well. He has those shots. A lot of lazy elegance in his gameplay. And that's what makes him very, very special. 44 or 41. He's done complete justice to his positioning. Promoted today.
Another deft touch towards the offside. Just a single, and that would mean Jatinder Singh remains on strike for the remaining 3 deliveries of this over. What is it going to be? Is he going to go for the big shot? Is he going to just ensure that he gets that century? Let's have a look at that field as well. This would probably give you some insights into what Majis Titans are thinking. Are they willing to concede that single to Jatinder Singh, or are they willing to put that additional pressure and get him out on 99?
I feel it's going to be a bumper and it's going to be a boundary at fine leg.
Full delivery, misses outside off, kept it away from the right hand. Abid Khan goes for the change of pace here. Still waiting here for that 3-figure mark.
With every passing year, Abid Khan will have to learn from his elder brother Bilal Khan. Fitness is the key, and that's where he needs to excel if he wants to have a long career as a left-arm pacer.
Once again, take 2 for Jatinder Singh on 99. Full delivery, pushed it down the ground, and he'll just trot along for another century and another milestone in his long career. Takes his helmet off and raises the bat. A thank to the heavens, and makes sure that the bat does the talking. The trademark Thai 5, and Jatinder Singh will celebrate a well-deserved century, as a matter of fact.
Singh is king, and the ring belongs the king. The title given by Mudassir Ali Qureshi. Jatinder standing tall to that title. Every time that he features at the Oman Cricket Academy, every inning is even more special than the previous one. And that's the standard that Jatinder Singh has set for himself. He just keeps going and he lets the bat do the talking. Ashish Odedra, 45 or 42. Goes for the big one. This is a maximum. Celebrations for Jatinder Singh, celebrations for Ashish Odedra as well, as he reaches his milestone in style. 50 for Ashish Odedra. 51 of 43. Thanks the heavens. What a knock is that from the monk. 159 for no loss. Muscat Thunderers, and they have completely dominated this equations.
Have a look at that shot. In complete control, and it just felt as if Ashish Odedra was just waiting to cut loose. Persistent pace, and Ashish Odedra has got his reward. 16 gone, 159 for no loss, Muscat Thunderers.
Abid, very, very expensive. 13 runs from that over of his. As there's a new entrant in the com box. It is none other than Jamil Zaidi. Hemal Chandel will have the bowling efforts in his hand from the Oman LNG end. Jamil bhai, what a knock from Jatinder and Ashish here.
Yeah, what a time for me to come in with Jatinder having another magnificent century, an equally brilliant half century by Ashish. He left the scores last year when he got the last century and carried from there to today's match as well. Kept the runs going on. Outstanding effort.
Singh is certainly the king, Jamil bhai. Jatinder Singh, the man in form. He set the standard so high that every time he gets a 50, it's an ordinary effort for Jatinder Singh because we are so customary to his big hundreds. And what you would notice is that hunger in Jatinder Singh. He's got to 100, he'll be still looking to complete the game, still looking to stay not out.
This sort of a professional cricketer and a captain as well. He knows that he brought the team towards the victory very close. And it's a no ball as well. So one bonus ball for both of them to play. Maximum they can do it. And I really admire Ashish. He really played a superb knock, giving second support to Jatinder. But whenever he got chance, he had it to the maximums as well, especially the one he hit to Amir Kaleem. And the last one he's bowled that one. Brilliant batting from him. And as a complete team, you can have one of the complete team in this tournament is Muscat Thunders.
Abid being the culprit, to which Hemal will have to pay the price. In the block hole, well bowled, won't get runs on this occasion, but just one extra run. Communication still happening between Amir Kaleem and Hemal and Abid, I beg your pardon. He still wants to put a point to Abid that you need to be there in the game. Yes, we've been out and down by this Muscat Thunderers side, but we still are professionals and we need to showcase that.
The beauty of this game is like that in the early part of the game we were expecting outside the office stumps, expecting that Titans will not go more than 130, 140, but they crossed that target and reached 172. And the way the Muscat Thunderers has come up, they come up with a plan, as a professional plan. They didn't lose a single, and doubles, they have got more than 15, 20 doubles runs they have scored between Ashish and Jatendra. Running between the wicket was absolutely brilliant.
Inside out, no fielder there, just over Amir Kaleem. This is salt to the wound of Amir Kaleem. One, the form not in favor of Amir Kaleem, and two, Muscat Thunderers just too good for Majis Titans at the moment.
All credit to these two great batters, especially the skipper Jatinder Singh, playing once again a brilliant knock as a captain.
Jamil bhai talking about Abbas Khan, Amir Kaleem, Jihan Klote. How ordinary are they looking when you look at the batting of Jatinder Singh and Ashish Odedra? Very ordinary from them. Pulled to the fielder in the deep, will only be a single.
That is a professional approach from these two players, Jatinder and Ashish. I mean, those who are watching this game must learn that how they going to chase a good stiff total was 172, but how easily they made it by virtue of their professional approach, not losing singles, not losing doubles, as and when get time to get the boundaries, and maximum they have done it, spearheaded by Jatinder.
Brilliantly done by Jatinder Singh. He's just looking to conclude the game, not looking to do anything out of the box. And that's what makes him even more special. Jatinder Singh, 102 of 57, 17 overs gone, 167 without losing a single wicket.
The youngsters much learn from these two guys how they played and how they chased a good total, especially Jatinder Singh making an example of himself, being the one of the most prolific run getters for his team.
Oh, launch for a maximum. Jatinder Singh is in a hurry. He wants to go home and he wants to finish off in style. What an incredible shot from Jatinder Singh. Goes after Ubaidullah. No mercy whatsoever. Not looking to play second fiddle. Wants to finish off and wants to finish off in style. And that's what makes Jatinder Singh even more special.
Look at that, coming down the wicket right from the pitch of the bat over to the long on boundary for the maximum and win the match for his team. What a outstanding knock from him, leading the team from the front. 108 runs he scored of 58 deliveries, and equally Ashish Udedra did a commendable job, giving him admirable support. 48 balls, 56 runs. What a great victory for Muscat Thunder. 173 without losing a wicket and chased the target.
They fought a very hard game yesterday, a very low scoring thriller that went in their favor, and today a high scoring match, 170 plus, and they dominated the affairs once again, and that's what defines Muscat Thunderers as a champion side at this format, and not just at this format but also at this level. They're a prolific side. They don't leave things for the youngsters or probably the new entrants. They take responsibility and they perform according to that, and that's what makes Muscat Thunderers as a standout side.
Well, all credit goes to the Titans as well. In the early stages of the game, they were even really in trouble, but later on, their Vishwa, Archbishop, and Mr. Ferrisco was, and how down nicely they have brought the total to 170 from precarious of 56 for 3 or 56 for 4. But all credit goes to this Muscat Thunder side. At one stage, they looks that they are going to get it 130-40, but moved out to 172. And how nicely and easily, professionally, Muscat Thunderers have achieved this target.
Absolutely. Majis Titans will have to have a sit and talk, because yesterday they might have won the game, but it was a game that they would want to work on, and today they are on the losing side. Jatinder Singh, it's a no-brainer. Is certainly going to be the player of the match. 108 not out of 58 deliveries and partnering him, Ashish Udedra, the monk, the wall of Muscat Thunderers, 56 not out of 48 deliveries.
Looking for the bowling, I think there's nothing to talk about. Not a single wicket has been down. It is Hemal Tendulkar 25. The maximum run was scored from Usman Ali Afridi. And the rest of the bowlers, of course, nothing to be done by these two batters. They have really shattered the bowling lineup of Majis Titans and won the match by 10 wickets.
You can also say that Jatinder Singh thrashed all the bowlers around the park, because that's the right way to put that effort of Jatinder Singh. Absolutely brilliant. Extremely incredible. Jatinder Singh, what a player he's turning out to be for Oman and also for Muscat Thunderers.
So many centuries to his credit, taking from last year's WCL 2, and then he came again in the D50 and D20 also. He continued his brilliant form, and he took that form from then on today as well. Though there was a big gap, but it doesn't look like that he loses the patience and loses the practice that he has got.
And talking about the highlights, it all started with Muscat Thunderers dominating the affairs, and they concluded by dominating. Jatinder Singh was the man with the intent. He meant business as soon as he walked into the park. He wanted to showcase that he is amongst runs and he is dominating the affairs. Ashish Udedra was there with him, but Jatinder Singh was striking and striking at will, and that's where Majis Titans just did not have an answer. They just kept feeding him. They tried different options. They tried different combinations. Wasim Ali came into the attack. Ferrisco, the man with the bat performance, couldn't do much with the ball. They got Usman Ali into the attack. Jatinder Singh had answers for everybody all around the park. Abid tried to be a little too good, but just wasn't his day. Applauses were on offer. Jatinder Singh for the maiden 100 of the season, starting off with a big knock in the very second game of the season. This is what sends the trend. And this is where it all concluded from Jatinder Singh and Muscat Thunderers finishing off in style, a mighty maximum. And that's what summed the entire effort up.
So the match summary, Majis Titans batted for the score 172 for 6 through Vishwa scoring 51 of 38. Ferrisco scored 38 for 14 balls and Aryan Bish 31. Munis Ansari once again pick up the bowlers for the Muscat Thunderers 3 for 19. Afridi 2 for 39 and Sandeep got 1 for 12. And for the batting, it was all and all is Jatinder Singh's day. 108 of 58 deliveries not out and Ashish Odedra 56 not out of 48 deliveries. Muscat Thunderers won by 10 wickets. What a magnificent victory for them.
Absolutely, Jamil Bhai. You will not get an opportunity to mention any bowlers of Majis Titans because that's the kind of day Majis Titans have had. We'll take a short break and on the other side, it's going to be the presentation with Mudassir Ali Qureshi.
He has timed that one well. Catches the ball straight in. Beautiful ball. Edge of it. Yes, it is.
अभी तो हम लोग थोड़ा बाकी है तो पाकिस्तानी कैमरामैन है ना मोटा वो भी गया हेलो 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 माइक चेक 1 2 3 हेलो 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 आ रहा है हेलो 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 माइक चेक 1 2 3 हेलो
Check.
Beautiful ball. Edge the way. Yes, it is.
Welcome to the post-match presentation. Back-to-back wins for Muscat Thunderers, and what a well-planned chase this was, led brilliantly by their captain Jatinder Singh. Majis Titans posted 172 on this track. At the halfway stage, most of us thought it was a winning total, but the openers of Muscat Thunderers, they came out with a clear plan and intent to chase down the target of 173 in style with 10 wickets in hand. Quite a few notable performances from this game, as we have seen the batters of Majis Titans. They batted beautifully. The new entry Adams got few runs, and as well Ashish Odedra chipped in with 40-48 odd runs. Joining me in the presentation party is Meera Bhanusali, who will be giving away Player of the Match award. This match will be remembered for one man, the way he got those runs for his side. The captain of Muscat Thunderers, a magnificent 100 to seal the game for Muscat Thunderers. The player of the match goes to Jatinder Singh. And I must say, truly, the king has arrived. Jatinder, congratulations. Not an ideal start to the tournament on day one, but what a comeback. Take us through your innings.
Well, it was very planned inning because we also had off season. So for us also, we have just resumed our trainings and other things. So I think it was a very good start, and for me to understand my areas where I can, explore more and have that kind of a confidence in executing my skill and shots as per the situation. I think that I planned in between the inning, because initially I was in a rush. So, I had a chat with Ashu in the middle that, something is not right there, because my shape is not as per what I feel like. So he just, calmed me down and it was just that then I just, focused on me and getting my, shots through the gaps, and I just went with the flow.
Such an important tournament, keeping in mind the Asia Cup around the corner. Are there any spots up for grab for these lads?
Yes, of course. It's a wonderful opportunity for everyone to express themselves here. It is a golden opportunity, as I said, for everyone, that we are getting this tournament right before the Asia Cup. So everybody has a equal opportunity to get into the side.
D50, couple of hundreds, one double hundred, D20, again one magnificent 100. What makes this venue so special for you? Whenever you come here, runs just seems to flow.
Well, it's just the mindset. I feel like, I am very calm in my approach. I don't panic. I don't hit the panic button too soon. So it's just that the plan, and I work out a lot on the dismissals, how I get out, and what are the areas, I can get the maximum outcome of it. So I think those are the areas which I have started to rectify and work on it, rather than, spending hours and hours in the net. So these are the areas which, I have figured it out, and I'm just going with the flow.
Well done, and once again, congratulations for this magnificent 100, and we hope you keep us entertaining us with your batting in this tournament.
Yeah, thank you so much.
So that was the captain, Jatinder Singh, the player of the match from this game. That's all we do have from the sidelines. See you in the next game.
He has timed that one well. Catches the ball straight in. Beautiful ball. Edge the way. Yes, it is.